1987 season, 7 sport at Football Park. It's Sturt against Norwood. Legs captain Michael Ace winning the toss. The legs going towards the southern end. Great conditions for football. Should be a top game. Bottom of that pack is Moskeny and Craig Kelly. We'll see a bounce down. Very warm conditions. Beautiful autumn day. Up high, John Hall. The tap down towards Payne, but he was tackled very quickly. Umpire Campbell right on the spot, and he'll bounce again.
Umpires today are Semler and Campbell. The Hall went very high. Rowe almost in trouble. Underwood. Now Schinkel. Stephen Rowe in the action again. Ace caught. Threw it out, in fact. He's going to get a free for holding on. May have been just marginally lucky. Ace, who played so very well last week, gets it on to Murdoch. The left footer from centre of the ground goes in towards the square. At the back, almost Richardson. Chance on the ground for Pike. Warner, oh, he's lost it. McNeil to Payne. Intercepting, however, was Underwood. He got caught also. The handball is wide. Some good shepherding from Derrington. Players finding it difficult to handle the ball in the opening minutes. And there'll be a bounce at right half forward. Sturt coming off a very bad loss to Port Adelaide last week. Norwood with a surprise and brilliant win over the Bays at home. Payne on the ground, and Richardson, he's clear. He can shoot for a goal from there rather. He's put it out of bounds, however, in the left forward pocket. The penalty free kick will go the way of Warner. So we've had a minute and a half of play, and neither side has scored.
Very smart handballs then from Payne and Connolly. Richardson not able to finish off the touch. Warner with the free kick will go towards the outer side. Reynolds and Hall out there. Reynolds will just take that mark inside the line. In fact, no, it's been ruled out of bounds. Poor kick from Warner. Chance for big John Hall to put the legs back into attack. Pike could fall forward today. It's made a strong lead, but Hall will go over the top. Big pack flies. Balled away off hands. Richardson tried to crash the pack. He couldn't. Moskeny had it and lost it. In hard Underwood. Whistle is gone. Free kick going the way of Sturt. Now played on quickly from half back. Strong kick towards centre wing. Grandstand side. Up high with Sims. Free quick the way of the legs. Not to Murdoch, but in fact to Michael Taylor. Taylor's got Richardson short at half forward. It's a good kick. Richardson will slow it down. Now comes Pike. He's going to get there very late. Front spot with Simon Neve. Off hands Moskeny with Ace. Ace from behind, Moskeny in front. Ace applied the tackle. Quite enough pressure there on Moskeny to see the ball out of bounds. Underneath the scoreboard. At the moment, still no score. We've played almost 3 minutes of play in the first quarter.
Norwood without 4 of its top players. One of them missing today was Neville Roberts. Connolly battles hard at the bottom of that one. Gets a handball out, but only as far as Schinkel. The Derrington kick goes towards half back. In front was McNeil, but it's been snapped up by David Payne. The kick from Payne goes to the square. Chance at the back, Richardson. Oh, good defence, however, from McCarthy. Well done by the young man. Sport what appeared to be an obvious mark to Richardson in the square, and he's forced it through for a point. So Norwood get a point. Sturt haven't scored. We've had almost 3.5 minutes of play in the first quarter.
Scott Field with the ball at half back for the Blues. Go towards centre wing. Reynolds and Hall. Hall with strength there from behind. Spoiled away nicely. Short kick will find Connolly on the half-forward flank. He wants to play on. He does. He finds David Payne, and Payne will go all the way with this kick. It's strong towards the square. Over the head of Kelly. Chipping in Rowe. Good mark by Rowe, took it safely on the chest. He wants to pass it off, a very acute angle here. He's going to have a shot for goal, pops it straight through the middle. The Legs have got the first on the board. They're 1-1. Sturt yet to score.
Excellent mark by Stephen Rowe. Tremendous judgment in the pocket. But it was Payne's kick, well put from half forward after Swanbury had done some very good work to get it to Payne. David Payne has started well, and the Legs have got there first from the boot of Stephen Rowe. He was a very fine player for them last week also, and he's going to be a very good recruit for the Legs. They're 1-1 now. Norwood. Sturt haven't scored.
David Reynolds against John Hall in ruck. It'll be a big season for Reynolds. No Frank's bill this year for the double Blues. Bounce favoured Hall. Couldn't do much with it. He's back in the action again, though. The whistle is gone. Push in the back. Free kick going the way of Adrian Moskeny. So Moskeny from the centre of the ground. The Blues yet to go into attack. Could be their first opportunity. Up towards the half-forward flank. Players set themselves. At the back was John Hall. Handball almost fed out from Fosdyke. Had an airy. Whistle gone. Free kick the way of Robert Plomp. Plomp, the acting captain today of the double Blues. course, Painter out and Greg Whittlesey out. Clomp a long way out. It's a strong kick, though. It's going to go right towards the square. All players up high. Whistle is gone. A lot of pushing and shoving in there, and the free kick's going to go the way of the legs. In the back there, it's going to be John Hall.
Hall's kick is not a good one. It's off the side of the boot. Rowe takes it just inside the line. A good, strong tackle from Benson. And he's going to be rewarded. He's at half forward, about 40 metres from goal, but as you can see, over the boundary line as he prepares to take the kick. Benson, usually a very good kicker of the ball. He's pushed it across. It's gone over to the right forward pocket where Hall attempts to fist it away. The handball was almost a throw. Delina lost it to Hicks. A late replacement for David Odie. Klopp's got it now. He boots to goal. But he's offline. Gee, they missed those chances badly last week, and they can ill afford to do that. But they've got their first point. They're 1 point. Norwood are 1-1.
Lovely Easter bonnet in the sunshine. Big weekend of football. Split round. Connolly from half-back goes towards the outer side. His target was Simon Neve. With him was Peter Reid, and we'll see a boundary thrown on the outer. 6
minutes into the first quarter at Football Park, the game between Norwood and Sturt. Norwood lead 1-1 to Sturt a point, and it really is a lovely day for football. Reynolds, the second attempt. The walk tackle on Rowe was good. He's lost it to Schinkel. Couldn't get clear. Swanbury at the bottom there with him. And there'll be a bounce just on the attacking side of centre for Sturt. Sturt going into this breeze. It's a northerly breeze worth about 2 or 3 goals to Norwood in this first term. Reynolds went high. Fosdyke. The handball's good to Ace. Over the top it goes to Neve. Neve can go deep into the pocket. The Pike leaders into that pocket, and he's found his mark. That was beautifully put by Simon Neve. Now Pike centres it. Connolly's getting down. He should mark this in the square. Well done the legs. Connolly drifting down. Found the space. And he's got it now about 15 metres out directly in front. Kick number 2 coming up for Stephen Connolly. And second mark also. Point blank range. Left footer. Puts it straight through the middle. First goal to Stephen Connolly. Norwood go to 2-1, leading Sturt a point.
Best movement of the football so far by the legs in this quarter. All started with Michael Aish. Got the handball over the top to Simon Neve, and Neve saw Pike coming out. It was well put to Pike, who played on very quickly. Connolly was the loose man streaming down the field. Easily taken mark, and Connolly popped it through the middle. Norwood a 2-1. Sturt just the 1 point.
Norwood without Roberts, Warhurst, Scanlon and Brenton Maynard because of injury. And Sturt will really miss badly the loss of John Painter today. Hall up against Kitsky. Aish. Underwood does battle with him. Umpire Semler wants to bounce it. Almost in the middle of the ground. Norwood, as I said, going with the use of the breeze in this first term. As Hall jumps high. Chance there for Kitsky. Klomp got it out well to Schinkel. Derrington a half volley. A hard one to handle. Is that a free kick? I think he's going to pay it. Michael Taylor gets it for him the back. Taylor tacks across the ground to Craig Barham. Connolly wanted it wide, but he's gone to Kelly at half forward. Kelly's off. McCarthy in to tackle. Chance for McNeil on the run. Richardson meets it. Turns out of trouble well. Now where's he going to go? He goes back to Connolly. Connolly the handball over the top. Payne the chance. Strong tackle walk. He is a fine tackler. Kitchke or Hall bursting through, but couldn't get the handball away. Pearl did well. Sturt the chance now at centre wing, although intercepting is Connolly. He's caught, holding the ball, the decision. And the free kick will go Sturt's way at centre wing to Philip Sims.
A great defence from the double Blues. Sims goes short. The Blues are off. Kim Russell from the half-forward flank goes inboard, and John Hall, who's getting back in defence very quickly, taken a good mark. It's his third. He got 15, but he handballed over the top to find Hellier. Hellier towards the outer side, 2-on-1. Neve and Richardson against Reid. Here comes McCarthy. He's forced to get rid of it in a big hurry. Gets his kick away towards the outer side. Fosdyke had front spot, couldn't complete the mark. Good Shevden, though, allows him to pick up. He goes short over the head of Richardson. Smith is there for the double Blues and very close to the line. It's out of bounds, and we'll see the throw in. Played almost 10 minutes of the first quarter. The legs are 2-1, Sturt 1 point.
Darryl Smith playing in the unaccustomed role today of permanent back pocket. Having his problems with Stephen Richardson in the opening minutes. Richardson running him a merry dance. Chance to half back for Russell. Wants to go over the top. Succeeds to Shinkle. Shinkle goes short. Short to Hicks. And finds him just ahead of centre. Hicks in the side for David Oatey. Puts it into the pocket. The lead is from Benson. Well, good work at the back by Rodney Maynard. Strong tackle applied by Michael Taylor on Kim Russell. Umpire Semler decides on a bounce. It was benefit of the doubt given to Russell. Hall's tap. Shinkle a chance again. Needs help in there. Derrington against Payne. Shinkle taps it on. Russell took his eye off it momentarily, but he's going to get a free for hanging on. And he'll take it at right half forward.
Sturt at the moment just having trouble across half forward. Strong kick going up in the direction of John Hall again. So Hall really proving a thorn in the side of the Double Blues at the moment. Playing a solid game, taking some strong marks. Kick towards the outer side. Lead was from Stephen Connolly. He couldn't control it. Skenny trying to go through. Couldn't handle it either. Bit of holding on going on in there, but umpire Semler decides that he'll have the footy and he'll bounce down. Double Blues have managed just the 1 point so far. Kicking into a very slight breeze towards the northern end. Conditions, though, extremely good. Kick from Des Hicks up towards full forward. Comes off hand, or Benson was held onto. Did he have the footy? Umpire lets play go on. Murdoch's on the bottom of the pack. Finally the whistle goes, but I think it should have been a free kick there to the Blues.
Well, I agree with you, Rick. He was very unlucky. He had disposed of the ball for some seconds and was still being held onto. Reynolds gets the tap. Chance for Sims, but it's only gone as far as Craig Barham. The Barham kick will find Ace, and away he'll go. Bouncing through centre wing. The kick is to half forward, and it's beautifully put. Connolly's got it. Skinny gives him a shove late. He's going to get 15 metres. No, he's not. He's allowed to stay on the mark as Connolly puts it into the pocket. Pike goes off. Had it. Lost it to field. Well, cleverly done. McCarthy is clear. Now he wants somebody out at centre wing. Down comes Delena. With him Fosdyke. Gets a big fist away, but only as far as Kim Russell. Shinkle will get it next. To half forward they go. This is where they're breaking down. They need something going to half forward. Reynolds appeared to throw that one away, and they've broken down again. Payne's kick. Connolly. Richardson wanted it, but he's gone longer than that. Towards half forward. It's going to be a Norwood mark or free, and Simon Neave will be paid at centre half forward. Pike's off into the pocket, but there's a loose man down there. Pike coming to meet it. Well spoilt by Warner. Tap on is a loose ball at half forward. Richardson the chance. Gets through and gets a kick into the pocket. Pike again. Warner had front spot. Kim Russell on the left boot. Kicks it about 10 metres. Fosdyke comes down and shows tremendous courage. Took a fine mark. McIntosh can go all the way here. 35 metres out. The kick from McIntosh goes goalwards. Oh, well done. First kick for the afternoon. He boots a goal. Norwood get their third. 3-1 now to Sturt, 1 point.
Gary McIntosh following on in the vein that he opened the season last week. He played an absolute ripper against the Bays, with the legs opening in fine style, but good work there from Fosdyke. He was the man who gave it over to McIntosh. He took his time, cool, calm and collected. Normally a very good kicker of the ball. He made no mistake, popped it through the middle. The legs are 3-1, Sturt 1 point.
Almost 14 minutes into the quarter. It's been a good start by Norwood. Sturt having difficulties at half forward. Hicks tried to boot it off the ground. Richardson played well. Puts it out wide. Rowe underneath it. It's an awkward one for him, but he did well. Connolly should get it next. Now they can go a long way here, Connolly. Calling for it in the middle was Payne, but his kick is in that direction. Out comes Pike. But it's a Sturt mark. No, not paid to Scott Field. He has to battle again on the ground. Darryl Smith finally gets a kick away. McNeil caught. Should be a play on decision. Good umpiring. Kim Russell. The handball out wide is not a good one. Hall. Now Hicks. Well, he runs into trouble. And the umpire says a free kick, but he's Connolly wanted to go on with it. But it's got to go back to McIntosh at half forward. Good crowd of about 7,000 in this afternoon. Enjoying perfect conditions for football. Pike's lead is a good one. The kick just marginally too high for him. Aish. Underwood. Tackle from Swanbury, but the umpire decides to push in the back, and Andrew Underwood will take it at half back.
Underwood with the footy towards centre wing. It could be a dangerous kick. It had to be placed very accurately, and it was. A good mark taken by Schinkel. Schinkel wants to go back towards the centre. Klomp from the side. Well, could have nearly paid the mark. Hellier off hands. Had a touch of the fumbles. Picked up and finds Fosdyke. Fosdyke from the edge of the square. He's going to get run down. Beautiful work from Delina. Ball falls loose. Picked up now by Stephen Rowe. He's got players loose on the outer side. This is Connolly. Connolly's long kick towards goal. Umpire having a close look, but just offline and through for a point. So the Legs doing most of the attacking this first quarter. They're 3-2. Sturt 1 point.
Yes, and as was the case last week, Rick, Sturt having problems in manning up. Too many loose Norwood players, and they're paying the penalty for it. Warner a little undecided which way to go. Now heads to the outer side. Oh, kicked it straight to Michael Aish. Bad mistake from Warner. Aish bangs it back in towards the goal square. Chance for Kelly at the back. A little slow. And it was Warner who got back and forced it through for a point. 3-3 the Legs. 1 point Sturt. We've had 16 minutes of the first quarter.
Daryl Smith to bring the ball back into play. Times the Sturt defence looked completely bamboozled, trying to keep up with the dash and speed of the Legs. The kick out. Mark going to be taken by Damien Kitschke. Headed off to Des Hicks. Hicks will go over the top to Russell. Russell's got to get away from McIntosh. He gets his kick away over half forward. Wasn't that well placed. Fosdyke got a hand to it. Tapped it on towards Hellier. He's run down. Craig Barham will come in. Almost took possession but couldn't. Big Barham and Robert Klomp, two of the heavyweights of the game here today. Stalemate, and we'll see a bounce down. It's about as far as Sturt have managed to get on each attacking occasion at half forward. Tap comes out. It's towards the feet of Hellier. Finally fed out to Stephen Rowe, to McNeil, and the Legs will beat it again. They've got players loose. McNeil to Richardson. Richardson got it back to McNeil. It wasn't a good one. McNeil will have to work hard for it. He does. Back to Richardson again. His kick is short, looking for Simon Neve, but he's popped it out of bounds on the full.
Darrington in trouble, is off, and being supported by the trainers. That's bad news for Sturt, and for Darrington, of course, one of their most experienced players, and they are lacking in experience. They can ill afford to have him off the ground. They're into attack in the right forward pocket. The ball went through the legs of Reynolds and out of play. So we've had 17.5 minutes. Norwood lead by 20 points.
Throw in the right forward pocket. Conditions great for football. Sun shining. Breeze blowing from the north. Tap out was beautifully done to McIntosh. Got Stephen Rowe running on his outer side. Handball put him under some pressure, but McIntosh, he butters up beautifully. Uses the body well. It was Russell who got the tap forward for the Blues. It's finally forced over the boundary line. The throw on the outer side. We played over 18 minutes. It's Norwood by 20 points.
Good crowd in too to watch this game on Easter Saturday. Kick forward has gone out of bounds yet again, and players at the moment having difficulty keeping the ball in play and getting some action going. But it's been a pretty good start by Norwood, and Barham would be well pleased with what they've done to date. They lead 3-3 to a point.
Craig Barham from behind. Tap off hands went to Walk. His hurry kick around the corner, and there's John Hall, who's been feeding back into defence and just waiting for that loose kick forward. He's read it very well. Hall's kick. He's looking for Stephen Rowe. He set him up. Coming in strongly from behind was Reynolds. The handball goes off to Hicks. Now here's a chance for the Blues as Hicks's kick goes right towards the square. Hawkes balls away from behind. Mopping up for the Legs will be Hellier. He'll need support. Was put under pressure. Picked up by McIntosh. Beautiful turn of speed there from McIntosh. A good change of direction too as he comes across ground to find Stephen Rowe. Well done, McIntosh. Good mark to Rowe as well. He'll slow it up as the Legs stream out of defence towards centre wing. Over the top to Craig Barham. In turn we'll find Maynard. Back to McIntosh. Norwood at the moment doing it with ease. His kick is long up towards the half-forward flank. Kelly was in the middle, couldn't take the mark. Good handball out to Swanbury. Swanbury's kick up towards full forward. Out comes Pike, hit him on the chest, couldn't hold it. It's a couple of times we've seen Pike do that, but he picked up well, turns around, bangs it through. His second. Norwood, 4 goals, 3. Sturt, 1 point.
Good play by Norwood. It started in the back pocket with McIntosh, and what a fine player he is, and what a great leader for this Norwood side. He started in the back pocket, and then he was good enough to take it on centre wing again when the handball came his way from Swanbury, I think it was, and McIntosh set it up. Norwood went deep into attack. Pike had a chance on his chest and dropped that one, but recovered well. Banged through his first. Norwood 4-3 at the 20-minute mark, leads Sturt a point.
The legs kicking with the aid of a slight breeze in this first quarter, but Sturt would need to find a lift just about all over the ground if they're to stay in this match. Hurried kick forward into no man's territory, picked up by Taylor. He gets a wild kick towards centre wing. Good use of the body from Muskeni, but he was outnumbered 3-1. Connolly comes away with it on his wrong foot. That's his right foot. He finds David Payne. Payne wants to play on quickly, lines up the big white sticks, and that's a pretty good kick from Payne too. His fourth kick, and Norwood looking pretty good. They're 5-3, Sturt 1 point.
Just too many players at the fall of the ball at the moment, Norwood. Sturt not running and not keeping up. That ball was loose at centre wing. It was Moskini and 3 Norwood players to beat. He got the handball clear, but when he was unloaded, it gave an open opportunity for Norwood. And away they went, and it was Payne that capped off some fine work. 5-3 now in 21 minutes of football. Sturt a point. The difference is 32. Norwood doing it easily in the first quarter.
Umpire Semler the bounce. Reynolds against Baum. Reynolds got the tap towards Underwood. David Payne doing the heavy body work for the legs. It's going to be the free kick going the way of that player. So David Payne in the centre of the ground at Football Park, kick number 5. He's looking for Craig Kelly over that player's head. Stephen Rowe at the back, a chance. Now Rowe, if he can pick up, having a bit of trouble at the moment, but he's kept his nose over the ball. Feeds out the handball to Need. Well read by Muskeni. Off hands, picked up by Aish to Need. Payne was off before he had the ball. Strong tackle from Underwood. Now a chance for McGowan. He goes out wide and finds Shinkle. Well, this could find Robert Clonk. It was a good kick from Shinkle and a strong mark from Robert Clonk. He's the player that's got to start leading the Blues in the attack zone. The player with experience goes towards the pocket area. Scored away from behind. Still a chance for Benson. He gets his kick away right across the face of goals. It's dribbling very close to the boundary line. In fact, I think that looked out from back here. It was. We'll see the throw in.
22 minutes into the quarter. Norwood's lead is eked out to 32 points. They've played well. They've had too much run for Sturt in this first term, but of course they have been aided by what we estimate to be about a 2 or 3 goal breeze. Payne working hard. Richardson's had a good first quarter. Sold that one well. Connolly also played well in the opening stanza. Kelly, fine pickup. Swings onto the right foot at centre wing. It's a loose ball at half forward. Stephen Rowe to meet it. Had his legs taken from under him. Smith got it from Swanbury. Goes towards Underwood, close to the line. Cleverly kept it in play and got it forward to McGowan. The handball to Watt was not good. Watt taps it on cleverly to Moskeni. Here's a chance for the Blues. Moskeni is clear at half forward. Off goes Benson into the pocket. Maynard with him. Benson at the second attempt. Should be paid and has. And now a great chance for the double Blues to get there first as Matt Benson takes the mark about 35 metres from goal. Third kick to Benson. They need one desperately. He had a shot from the other pocket earlier in the quarter and sliced it away. This one looks a lot better. In fact, it's a goal. The first of the Blues, a much needed one. Matt Benson kicks his first. Sturt 1-1. Norwood 5-3.
It's taken 23.5 minutes of football for the double Blues to get the first goal on the board, and that is just what they needed too, because they're really lacking something at the moment in the half forward zone. But on this occasion though, the kick going towards Benson. He made a good lead out too. Took one grab, second grab, brought it down to earth, was paid the mark and popped it through.
Umpire Semler gets the game underway again. Reynolds favoured by the bounce. Chance at the back for Payne. Working hard in there. Got away cleverly. Towards half forward went the kick, and McCarthy will be paid the mark. McCarthy-Kelly duel should be a fine one. He's developed into a very fine defender as Tony McCarthy. The kick is out wide to that outer side. McNeil's got the best spot and marks. He was looking for Klomp with that kick, McCarthy, who Klomp had come a long way down from his centre half forward, but couldn't quite make the distance. The kick back is towards centre half forward. Underwood got a fist on it. McGowan on for Derrington, gets it back to Reid. Reid over the top to Smith. The Blues out of trouble for the moment as the Smith kick goes towards half forward, where Fosdyke has had a very fine first quarter, outplaying Carl Delina. puts it out of play.
Mervyn Kane at the moment, head bowed, he wouldn't be happy. Sturt 1-1, they're trailing Norwood 5-3. It was a very disappointing opening to the season last week for the Blues at this ground. Hammered for 4 quarters by the Magpies. Off hands, Duncan Fosdyke gets the strong kick away. Stephen Connolly and Underwood underneath the fall of the ball. Kelly uses the body, but umpire is going to play the free kick the way of Sturt, and so it should have been too. Moskeni to McCarthy. McCarthy's kick towards the centre of the ground. Players up high. Scored away off hands and a chance for the legs to build again. David Payne has one bounce. He's on the edge of the square at the moment. He'll handball over the top now to Stephen Rowe. Rowe's going to be put under plenty of pressure. Back towards Aish. Aish in turn to David Payne. Payne sold the dummy. He'll line up. He's 40 metres out. The kick won't quite make the distance. 2 against 1 in the square. Smith finds McCarthy, and McCarthy can relieve the pressure towards the outer side. His 5th kick, pretty close to the boundary line. McNeil there. It's well picked up too. Skirts the line. Gets the handball away. Strong kick towards the square from Neve. In fact, it's more than a strong kick. It's an absolute beauty. Well done, Simon Neve. The legs 6. They're 6-3. Sturt 1-1.
Yeah, some lovely football then from Simon Neve. But it started just a bit before that by McNeil. He did well against Russell. Got away from him. Shot out the handball to Neve, and then Neve with that left boot from about 45 metres out has posted Norwood 6. They really have played well. They've run to the fall of the ball. They've had 2 or 3 players there all the time, and they've established a very handy lead at the 26.5-minute mark. They lead 6-3 to Sturt 1-1.
Bounce down. Tap comes out to Stephen Rowe. He's got Michael Aish running for him, and Aish drives long over the half-forward line. It's a chance for the Double Blues now to set something up. Field goes short towards Moskeni. Over the player's head. Murdoch tried to go through, didn't have it. It's fed out from Swanbury now to Michael Aish. Aish will go short. The lead from Richardson. Beautifully put, Michael Aish, and a good grab from Richardson as well. It's about 40 metres out. This will be kick number 7. Going to settle down and have a shot for goal. With the aid of a slight breeze. Searching for Norwood's 7th. Kick is underway. It's a strong kick and looks to have gone right over the top of the umpire's head. His first, and Norwood looking very good. They're 7-3. The Double Blues 1-1.
Oh, there's no doubting the talent of Michael Aish. What a great footballer he has been and continues to be. He's in 2 passages of play there. One, the handball was a beauty, and then the pass to Richardson with the left foot gave the Sturt defence no chance whatsoever. They've completely dominated this game in the first quarter, Norwood. They've had 7 individual goal kickers for their 7 goals. At the 27, almost 28-minute mark, they lead 7-3 to the Sturt side 1-1.
Craig Baum to jump for the legs. Almost a dead heat as he went up there against Kitchke. McIntosh feeds it out wider towards Swanbury. Swanbury easily around his Sturt opponent. Swanbury's kick is long, going towards the square. Pike front spot, spawned away from behind. Chance for Kelly. Pike again, he had it. Was bundled off the ball. Couldn't get it back towards Richardson. Oh, Aish met heavily by his own player in Richardson. Richardson comes out with the ball, swings onto the left boot, hooks back around the corner. It's either a goal or a mark. Take your pick. And Richardson's popped it through for his 2nd. The legs are 8-3. Sturt 1-1.
He's played a superb game of football, Stephen Richardson. He's had 8 kicks and booted 2 goals, and he almost brought about the undoing of Michael Aish, however. Aish had got the ball and ran straight into him. Richardson was good enough to recover. Michael Aish, incidentally, has recovered, but Richardson got the footy and booted the goal. He booted 2 now. Norwood in a cakewalk. 8-3 to Sturt 1-1.
Fine opening quarter for the legs. Done nothing wrong. Baum up high. He got the tap away. Ball falls loose. Chance now for McIntosh. He shrugs the tackle with ease. Gets his kick away towards Kelly, Payne and Connolly. Payne picks it up and goes back to Connolly. He's got all the time in the world to steady himself. Booms it in long towards the square. Pike uses the body. This one forced through for a behind. Norwood are 8 goals for. That's 52. Sturt 1-1-7.
Barman Roberts would be absolutely thrilled at the moment. They won 1 last week against the Bays. That wasn't expected, and gee, they've almost set up a winning lead at the moment. 8-4 to 1-1. Take a mighty effort from Sturt to even get back in this game. Aish. Swanbury now. Where will he go? Not well. He went straight to Moskeni. Moskeni around Aish. A little undecided which way to go. Now he looks for Klomp in the middle of the ground. Hallier got a hand on it. Delina. Possibly his first touch of the afternoon, but messed it up. In went Shingle very hard. Umpire Campbell will bounce. It hasn't been a big quarter for Carolina. It has been a very, very big quarter indeed for Norwood. And at quarter time, as the siren has just sounded, they lead 8-4 to Sturt 1-1.
Start of the second quarter, the Legs by 45 points at Football Park. Long quarter time break. Coach Mervyn came extremely unhappy with the performance of the Blues in the first quarter. See what he can install into him in this one. Michael Ace for the Legs, and they'll go straight into attack, up towards the half-forward zone. A strong mark taken by Smith. So look towards the outer side. No, he won't. He'll check back and come grandstand side towards centre wing. Wobbly kick off the side of the boot. McNeil got up high. Ace at the back, and a good first quarter. He was sandwiched after getting rid of it to Payne. Payne goes up towards centre half forward. There's a little yoke on behind play. We'll stay with the football. In fact, no, we won't. The umpire will bring it back. Well, Michael Ace wasn't happy with the treatment he received. It was the meat and the sandwich. Kick goes towards grandstand side. A lot of players up. Chance for Stephen Rowe off hands. He had lost it. Strong body work from McIntosh. Muskeni from the centre of the ground up towards the half-forward zone, and here's a big chance for the Blues. Kitchke. Well, Damien Kitchke with the opportunity to put the second on the board for the Double Blues. Didn't see a lot of him in the first quarter. In fact, we didn't see a lot of the Double Blues attack zone. He fell down badly across half-forward. This, in fact, will be Kitchke's first kick. It's 40 metres out. Kick's underway. Looks to be going far, wide and handsome. In fact, he's just popped it through for a point. So the Blues with a breeze at 1-2. They trail Norwood on 8-4.
Well, a bit of roughing up behind play there with McIntosh coming in to lend support to Michael Ace, and perhaps it might have stirred something in the Sturt side. They certainly need it. They're trailing terribly at the moment. The difference is 44 points. Ace has been a star. Had 9 possessions in the first quarter. This one is towards half forward. Connolly, and a prolific kick winner towards McNeil, but longer than him. The back, Richardson, almost. Russell got it back. Warner under pressure from Payne. Oh, that's a trip. No, not paid as Payne goes after again. Great ball control. Couldn't get the kick away. Moskeni backs out of trouble and then into trouble. Schenkel has worked pretty hard, as is Des Hicks, and it's Hicks in the action again. Away with it comes Warner. He's allowed to play on as he boots towards half forward. Now, this is where they've got to get something going. Reynolds, Delena hasn't had a touch to date. He might kick a goal from there. He stabs it in towards Benson. Well, good work from Maynard. It appeared as though Benson would take that mark before Maynard stuck out a long arm. It's a loose ball at half forward. Benson on the left boot. Puts it into the pocket, not well directed. Baum takes a very easy defensive mark.
Craig Baum at full-back today, and also doing a little bit of the ruck work as well as he drives towards the outer side, looking for John Hall. Hall's in the middle of the pack, couldn't take it. Russell off hands, got around Swanbury. Good tackle from Maynard. Benson in turn to McGowan. McGowan forced to get rid of it in a big hurry. Sims, Russell, and that'll be a stalemate on the outer side. The Double Blues, when they've had the footy, pressures come very quickly from the Legs. At the moment it's 8-4 to Sturt 1-2. Bounce down on the outer side. Reynolds against Hall. Hall a clever tack towards Swanbury, but lost his footing. Ball out of bounds and a throw in.
3.5 minutes into the second quarter. Norwood 8-4 leads Sturt 1-2. Crowd of about 7,000 in this afternoon at headquarters to watch this game between Norwood and Sturt. As Klomp soccers off the ground, he's going to put it out of bounds. He was a bit lucky not to put it over the line on the full. And there's some of the crowd that is enjoying this brilliant sunshine and perfect conditions for football watching.
Hall and Reynolds all worked his way around a front spot. It was cleverly done again. He got the tap towards Taylor. Walk got it out further afield to Hicks. Hicks was strongly tackled, and over the line goes Murdoch with Robert Klomp. The Double Blues just slowly working it around the boundary line on the outer side. They're within scoring distance now.
Yes, the throw-in is about 30 metres around from their goal. Hall works to the front spot. Kitchke flew from behind. Hicks a chance. puts it in towards the square, getting back Benson within Maynard. The ball has gone from hands out of play in the other pocket. And again a throw in. 4.5 minutes into the second quarter. Norwood by 44 points.
The Double Blues really to win a quarter in this season at Football Park. Hammered last week by Port Adelaide, and at the moment they're getting a hiding from the legs. Chance for Reynolds. He scooped it back there towards Kitschke. He fed out the handball further afield. Schinkel found Moskeni. Moskeni onto the left boot. Hooks around the body. Coming back nicely, and Moskeni's popped it through. A confidence booster for the Blues. Sturt now at 2-2. The legs 8-4.
Judy, they ever need that one. They've really battled hard in this opening 5 minutes of the second quarter. They need goals badly, and they got it from Moskeni's sixth kick, and he brought up his first goal. It was good play by Kitschke to get it to Schinkel, and then the handball conceded ground but was effective to Moskeni. 2-2 the Blues. Norwood are 8-4. We've had 5.5 minutes play in the second quarter.
Bounce down, favours Reynolds. Pools took his hand out. McGowan fed it off towards Moskeni. Moskeni goes long towards the half-forward flank. Strong spoil away towards centre wing. Walk should pick up for the Double Blues, although he was strongly contested. Chance now for Underwood. Uses a bit of speed. He's got some. He goes short towards the pocket area. It was well put to find Matthew Benson. Benson had a look over the shoulder. He's a long way out. He'd be a good 50 metres. He fancies himself with kick number 5. Blues have got one this quarter. Another quick one would help. Benson's kick underway. It's a strong kick, but he's just pulled it, and it's through for a behind. So Sturt 2-3. The legs 8-4.
Yes, just forcing the leg a little then, Matthew Benson. The distance was about 50 metres, as Rick said, and going for distance has pulled his leg across that one. Craig Barham comes grandstand side. His target is Maynard. Neve in to help. On the ground it was Benson to Russell. Russell's shot for goal is drifting. He's got the distance okay, but he's put it through for just a point. 2-4 Sturt, 8-4 Norwood. 6.5 minutes in, and we're doing all the attacking at least, Rick, in the second quarter.
It's a good sign as the legs players all dispersed from centre-half back, but Craig Barham was still undecided where to go. He goes looking for John Hall and finds him, and he cops one to the right ear from Reynolds. One worry, Big John. Handball goes to Tim McNeil. McNeil didn't know what to do with it. Handball went to McIntosh, easily around the opponent in Sims, and McIntosh goes towards centre wing and finds David Payne. Beautiful disposal again from McIntosh. Payne easily around his opponent, then kicks into the man. He'll recover though. He's got support. Plenty of time to have another look. He drives towards centre half forward. Bridgerson was late there. Ball falls loose. McIntosh picks up. Faced a wall of Double Blue Guernseys. Chance now for Swanbury. Oh, a player loose on the outer side. It's Stephen Connolly. He's claiming the mark, and it's going to be paid. Swanbury's kick to Connolly was a low one. Connolly, a good diving one, just tipped it up above the blades of grass, and he's going to go back and settle down for a shot. A lot of kicks in the first quarter. This is kick number 10 for Stephen Connolly. Ex-Dog player. Appears to be settling into this Norwood side. Kick underway. It's into the breeze and just offline and through for a point. So the legs have scored. They're 8-5. The Double Blues are 2-4.
Been a fine player, Stephen Connolly. That's 10 kicks in a quarter of football plus 8 minutes. But it really has been set up by the running players of Norwood, and Sturt will need to lift severely in that department. A good kick will go right to the middle of the ground. McCarthy almost got a hand on it, but there again, there's Norwood jumpers everywhere. Coming clear was Murdoch. Got it to Kelly. Kelly goes short. Ace will be on the end of that. Well put by Kelly. And now Michael Ace the chance directly in front, about 40 metres from goal. And the chance to boot his first. This will be his 7th kick. He's been instrumental in a few of the goals. Hasn't kicked one himself to date. Should make the distance okay. The Ace kick is holding up now. It's accurate. It's distance okay. His first. Norwood get their mark. 9-5. Sturt 2-4. 9 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, Michael Ace with that rather unique ability to find himself unattended in the forward lines. On this occasion, it was Craig Kelly that got the kick away. Found Michael Ace only 40 metres out directly in front of goals, and you won't see Michael Ace miss an easy kick like this. Pops it through, and Norwood are looking extremely good. They're playing well. The 9-5. The Double Blues are 2-4.
Centre bounce as Semler puts it down. It's Hall against Kitschke. Kitschke wins out, gets it nicely to McGowan. Over the top to Klomp. Chance now for the Blues. Klomp on the left foot, goes in short, but not accurately. He's put it straight down the throat of Craig Barn. Barn goes short. Rodney Maynard. McNeagle's on the ground for the legs, playing at half forward. As the kick comes towards centre wing, should be marked by Kitschke. He'll be paid. He had enough of that. He takes it at centre wing. Blues to go back into attack again. They need to get something going across half forward. Klomp needs help there. Hall's dropping back. It's into that area, but again they're in control as Taylor slips it back to Fosdyke. Fosdyke with ridiculous ease goes short and finds Swanbury. Swanbury at half back puts in another short one. Fosdyke gets it. Handball is to Neagle. The Neagle kick goes towards half forward, or huge leap, but an early one from Richardson, and a good mark in defence by Field. Field puts it back towards centre half forward. Klomp in front, has it fisted clear by Hallier. He got it again, but couldn't get it clear. Taylor slung off, and Schinkel met very hard by Neagle. Was it too high? Umpire Campbell doesn't agree, and Lou Schinkel in a little bit of trouble down there on the bottom of that one, getting to his feet rather groggily.
Umpire Campbell missed the high knock there on his blind side. A lot of players around the fall of the ball as the bounce goes down. Hall up, down towards the direction of McIntosh. He's found a free kick on this occasion. It's going to go the way off the Blues. And David Walk in the centre of the ground. Too far out to score. He'll need a lead. There's not a lot happening up front. Kick is strong towards full forward. Benson had no opportunity to even fly for that one. Off hands was Fosdyke towards centre wing. McNeil just keeps the ball in bounds. He'll go backwards now towards the experience of Michael Taylor. Taylor goes short to Maynard. Maynard to McIntosh. Drew the player McIntosh, went to Neagle, to Hall, to McIntosh again. 4 very quick handballs, only covered about 10 metres, but they retained possession. David Payne, almost an outstretched mark. He's bundled out of the way as Sturt come out of defence. Underwood's short kick is smothered off the boot. Richardson the opportunity. His kick out wide. We'll find that man again in Michael A. She'll go over the top to David Payne. Now Payne can go further afield. Connolly will line up. Angles are cute, but he's only 20 metres out. He won't miss. Pops it through for his second. Norwood at 10-5. Sturt 2-4.
Oh, goodness gracious me. There's a bit of a blow-on behind play at the moment. He sorted that out, but it was a bad mistake in the middle by Andrew Underwood. They were clear, the Blues, the double Blues. They could go further afield, but that short kick was intercepted, and from then on it was all Norwood. Aish got it over the top, so did Payne to Conley, and Conley with his 11th kick boots his second goal. Norwood doing it ridiculously easy at the moment. Lead 10-5 to Sturt 2-4.
It's a big lead. Norwood have added 2 goals, 1 so far into the breeze. Sturt 1-3. Umpire Semler has blown his whistle. He's going to rebounce the ball in the centre of the ground. We've played almost 30 minutes of this second quarter. At the moment, you'd have to say the legs were looking extremely good to take away the 2 points. Robert Klomp got a hurry kick up forward. Falls in no man's territory. Coming to meet it there was Maynard. Short kick will go centre wing. McNeil with plenty of space to play with. He's got plenty of dash too. Easily gets away from Schinkel. Handball towards McIntosh. McIntosh in turn will find Neagle. He found him all right, straight through the legs, but Neagle with plenty of time to recover. Sturt players certainly not being first to the ball. Kick across ground, McCarthy a chance. Now Pike. He goes to decking, goes Schinkel. Free kick's been found. It's going the way of the legs. When everything is going your way, it's pretty hard not to come out on top. On this occasion, it was James Pike. Sturt player very heavily into his back. And Pike will line up from only about 25 metres out. This will be kick number 3. Hasn't looked too bad at full forward today, James Pike. He's done a lot of leading. Hit on the chest a few times, but he's just out of touch with footy. Hasn't had a lot of pre-season training. And there's that touch just deserting him once again. He's missed that. Through for a point. Norwood 10-6. Sturt at 2-4.
14 minutes gone in the second quarter. Darryl Smith to bring the ball back into play. Smith playing in a permanent back pocket role this afternoon. That's a fine kick. Kim Russell. Now, do they build on something here as Russell puts it towards half forward. Chance at the back for Moskeni, or almost a mark to Taylor. Moskeni caught. Throw the decision, and the free kick will go Norwood's way on the half-back flank. Connolly a long way down, or three Norwood players there. Hall, McIntosh, Richardson, each has touched it. Richardson kick goes towards half forward. Pike a long way up. Warner, Pike did it well. Threads a handball through. Neagle puts it deep into the right forward pocket. Payne, fingertip, not Payne. Oh yes it is. Gee, I thought the umpire was a little slow. Payne had it, then it trickled out of his fingers and the umpire's whistle went, and he's been paid the mark. David Payne's been a live wire for them in this opening half. This will be his 9th kick. He's had 7 handballs, that's 16 possessions. The shot from Payne from 40 metres is drifting across the face of goal. Michael Asia, off the ground by Connolly, but he missed it. Going back to get it was Neve. Neve hooks around. I think he might have popped it through. Yes! Great goal for Simon Neve. 4th kick, 2nd goal. And Norwood 11-6 now. Leads Sturt 2-4. Top action on 7's big league.
Oh, great work from Simon Neve, but the man that had the big opportunity there as that ball fell loose was Stephen Connolly. Nobody around it. Connolly went for the kick, missed it completely. Shocking airy, picked up by Neve, and well, no area there. He's popped it straight through the middle. An opportunist goal. He took it, and Norwood just streaking away. They're 11-6 now. The Sturt 2-4.
Centre bounce again. It's Hall against Kitski, who won it nicely. Neve just booted one a few seconds ago as he puts it towards half forward again. Ace using the body at the backfield. Field handball is not a good one. It really has put David Walk under huge pressure. The Underwood kick is forward, but the ball will go back. Walk will get the free kick for a hanging on, and he'll take it at centre half back. He got rid of the ball when he was put under pressure by that handball from field, and the offender was Rick Neagle, who just held on too long to David Walk. So Walk puts it towards the centre wing. Big John Hall fists it clear of Kitski. Boot off the ground was from Russell, but he's put it into the crowd, and it will be a free kick to Fosdyke at half-back.
A little frustration just starting to creep into the Double Blues game. At the moment they're being given a lesson from Norwood. Fosdyke with the ball. He's on centre wing. Kick covering about 40 metres. Kelly the target. He hit front spot. Good strong mark from Craig Kelly. Settle the legs down as they stream into attack. This will be kick number 5 for Craig Kelly. A little quiet last week against the Bays. Found the ball on more occasions today. Good kick 2. Off hands, Neagle had a chance. So did Moskeni. The kick off the ground. This time it'll fall the way of McCarthy. And McCarthy the mark. Kelly being asked to get back as McCarthy goes short towards centre wing to find Benson. So Matthew Benson started the day at full forward from centre wing. High kick, uses the breeze. Off hands, Clomp. Still a lot of hands work. Neve uses a bit of pace too. Tries to get away from Delena, but Delena tackled strongly. Ball falls loose. Chance now for Russell. Gets a wild handball away. Hellier bounced didn't favour him, but it favours Delena. Delena will pass off down to Schinkel, and Schinkel will walk into an open goal. 10 metres out. It's through. The Double Blues 3-4. Norwood 11-6. Schinkel's first.
By golly, they needed that one, and they worked very hard to get it. Good intersection by Carl Delena it was in the first instance that created the opportunity. Then he got clear, and once he got it to Schinkel, it was a walking goal. But they really have been outclassed here today at the 18.5-minute mark of the second quarter. That's just their 3rd goal. They trail miserably. 3-4 to Norwood 11-6.
Centre bounce. Reynolds against Barm. Schinkel trying to get possession. Hicks can. Found Robert Clomp. Clomp uses his strength and goes out wide to lose Schinkel. Schinkel with time to have a look. Goes towards the outer side. Scott Field down there on a half-forward flank. And Field will settle it down. He'll drive it in long now. Lead is on. Hall will use his height. At the back was Maynard. Rodney Maynard, he's done nothing wrong in defence. Will go short. Once again, the Double Blues having a lot of trouble picking up the loose men around the ground. Taylor comes right across the face of goals to find Richardson. Always wants to play on, does Richardson. He's a very quick player. This time he'll find Fosdyke. Popped up will go over the top, and away go the legs again. Gary McIntosh having a great season, but slimmer this year as he drives towards half forward. Another error made by the Sturt defence. Neves kick towards the pocket, and this is looking very easy indeed as he finds Stephen Connolly. Connolly, angle acute. This will be kick number 13 for Stephen. He's had a good day. So have most of the leg side. They've had a lot of the football. Connolly's kick underway, and that's a superb kick off the boot too. Read the breeze beautifully. His third. Norwood 12-6, Sturt 3-4.
Yes, very fine football again by Norwood, and Connolly really is having a day out today. 13 kicks, he's booted 3 goals. He's getting into the open spaces, and the foot passing of Norwood has been supreme, and that one was a beauty that found him at half forward. So Connolly, a great performance. Likewise Norwood, 12-6 to Sturt 3-4.
Played over 20 minutes of the second quarter. Norwood are going to take a big lead into the half-time break. Reynolds against Baum. McIntosh back to Baum. Umpire Campbell has blown his whistle, and he'll bounce down again in the centre of the ground. Well, the Double Blues have got to find plenty in the second half of this game. Big smash forward comes from Helliar. Chance now for Michael Aish. Bounce didn't favour him. Sims tried to get the handball over the top to Klomp. Klomp will have to go and get it, or Craig Baum used the body heavily. Big strong hip and shoulder there to Robert Klomp. Now with Moskeni. This Norwood defence just keep doing so well across half forward. Taylor on that occasion, I thought he might have been unlucky to give away the free kick, but that's the way the umpire has read it. It's going to be Scott Field on about the true centre half forward position. Long way out from goal. It'll take a good kick. This will be kick number 5-2 for Scott Field. Blues at the moment, only 3-4 on the board. Field's kick is strong, just needs the accuracy, and it's a great kick from Field. His first goal. The Double Blues are 4-4, Norwood at 12-6.
Well, Coach Mervyn Keane has made some changes. Scott Field, who started in the back pocket, has gone onto the ball at the moment. Looks as though he's changing on a half-forward flank, and that change has brought success because he's booted a goal now. They haven't had much in attack. It's been pretty difficult, though, for players because of the dominance of the run-on players of Norwood. The goal to Field is Sturt's fourth, 4-4 to Norwood 12-6.
Legs at the moment by 50 points. It was a 45-point advantage when we started this quarter. Is Norwood going to attack again? This is Richardson. Oh, the handball has to go over the top. Here's a chance now for Simon Neve. He should pop it through. He does. Very easily done from the centre of the ground, and the legs just streak away again. 13-6, Sturt 4-4.
Well, ever so easy that one. That was quite ridiculously easy. They got it out of centre, and once the open play was adopted and the loose man was there was a poke over the top to Neve, and he booted his third. Norwood could do no wrong, but gee, they haven't had a great deal of pressure applied to them. David Ayers on the ground for Sturt, and he's playing in the back pocket. Field, I mentioned just a few moments ago, is on the ball.
The Double Blues at the moment really lacking experience on the ground. Painter and Fry out today. Greg Whittlesey still sidelined, and of course during the match they lost Jim Derrington in the first quarter. Roger Murdoch with the football. He's going to be pinged with it. The free kick will go the way of the Double Blues. This is Lou Schinkel. He's on the edge of the square. Lead's being made up forward. And Schinkel takes his time towards the full forward position. Oh, a big shove and a push from Kitschke. Has to be a free kick to the way of the legs, and big John Hall will be the recipient. He'll handball across and find Michael Aish, and the legs will build down grandstand side. No, they won't. Aish will go direct. Good kick too from Aish. Off hands McNeil. McIntosh had a great quarter as McIntosh. He was leg clear as a bell, and McIntosh plays on quickly to David Payne. David Payne's got 1,000,001 choices. Player loose in the forward pocket is Stephen Connolly. He could have gone over the top there to James Pike. Connolly in turn will go towards the square. 2-on-1. Richardson from behind. Read it well, did Richardson. Neve was also there, but Richardson was the player flying from the side. Up a little late. A pair of outstretched hands though, and Richardson should pop this through. He's only 10 metres out. He's directly in front. It'll be kick number 12, and he's really having a field day. And Norwood are going to take a big lead into the dressing rooms at half-time. Richardson kick. That's his third. Norwood 14-6. The Double Blues in big trouble. They're 4-4.
Yet again, so many options for Norwood. The pass that Conley accepted. When he turned around, Pike was loose in the pocket, but he had 2 or 3 other players he could have gone to. And finally decided to go long, and then the jump at the back was from Richardson. It was a fine mark. And Richardson, who really has played a brilliant game this afternoon, boots his third. Norwood 14-6. Sturt 4-4.
Service said at a great Easter he's going to have. At the moment, the legs are doing him proud. Handball towards Michael Aish. Fosdyke will go out wide in the direction of Swanbury. The bounce favours Swanbury. He'll be off. He's got Connolly short. He's also got Kelly long. The direction of Craig Kelly, and he's too much height there for David I. Kelly with the ball on the half-forward line. In fact, no, the umpire is going to play it the other way. Well, I missed what for.
Oh, I have to agree with him, Rick. I thought the Sturt man was in front and had more of it than Kelly.
Each to his own opinion. Kick towards centre wing, Michael Taylor. Most experienced man on the ground today is Michael Taylor. His kick towards half-forward. The back of the pack, a chance for Simon Neve. He gets there before Underwood could. Handball will go backwards in the direction of Swanbury. Kelly attempted to provide the shepherd, but Swanbury got himself into plenty of trouble, had to be holding the ball.
Walk will take the free at half-back, one of the best tacklers in the game, as he puts it to centre wing. Reynolds at the back should mark it. Now the Blues will go forward as we have played a minute of time on in the second quarter. They've only kicked 2 goals with the breeze. To half-forward, Pomp in front. Gets it again, then lost it. Delina's had a very quiet one, but he's had a few mates. Hicks, the free kick will come back to Delina. At centre half-forward, just his second kick for the afternoon. Benson went off on a lead, but cancelled that one. Now a chance in the air for Benson, who almost had it. At the back, Barn, a wild handball. Getting first there is Benson. A round haul with ease. Benson hooks back with the left foot. Chance at the back for Kitsky. No, it's too long for him. And through for a point only. Sturt 4-5, which means they've kicked 3 goals, 4 in this quarter. Not the 2 goals that I mentioned before. They've kicked 3, in fact. Norwood are 14-6.
Rodney Maynard to bring the ball back into play. Go towards the outer side. It wasn't a very good kick. A strong mark taken by David Wark. Most of Norwood's tall timber was grandstand side. So David Wark with an opportunity now. Put Sturt's 5th goal on the board as we've played over 27 minutes of this second quarter. Kick number 6 for Wark. It's underway now. Goal umpire having a close look, but it's just the wrong side of the white one. Point to the Double Blues. They're 4-6. Norwood are 14-6.
They trail by 10 straight goals at the 27.5-minute mark of the second quarter. A very worried Mervyn Keane. Sims put it into the pocket, but a brilliant smother by Simon Neve. And they've played a brand of football today, Norwood, that you couldn't pick anything wrong with. Everything they've done is turned to gold. Throw in on the right half-forward flank.
The Barm against Reynolds. Tap, in fact, came from Helliar as the ball falls loose. The players around the ball at the moment, and umpire Semler decides that he'll bounce down and try and break it up. McIntosh is on the bottom of that pack with Russell. 28 minutes gone of the second quarter. The Norwood side at the moment by plenty. 14-6 to 4-6. Tap out, chance for Neve. He gets his left foot kick away. He's pretty severely dealt with too after he got rid of it. Well out of bounds on the full. Penalty free kick the way of the Double Blues.
Darryl Smith to take it. Close to siren time. Maybe their last chance before half-time as Smith puts it deep into the pocket. Up high, Kitschke couldn't control it. Hall came in late. And yet again a throw-in, this time about 40 metres around from the Sturt goal.
Massive 60-point break the way of the legs. Reynolds and Barm. Maybe Barm the tap. Kitschke knocks the ball further afield. Taylor getting back there for the legs. With an opportunity, he runs into Wark pretty solidly. Finally the kick comes out. It was from Benson, right across the face of goal and out of bounds on the full. So no luck at the moment going the way of the Double Blues. They're being completely outplayed by a very good looking Norwood side. 29-minute mark as Murdoch puts it to half back. The mark has been taken and paid by McNeil.
They've got 15 metres as well. This brings him up to the middle of the ground. Well, he's put it in short for Fosdyke. Aish it was, rather. Michael Aish couldn't control it. Swanbury in trouble. Got ridden to the ground in the finish, but he had a few chances before that to get rid of it and didn't. So the umpire's pinged him. Field takes it, boots it towards half forward. Hall up from behind Reynolds. Lumbering after it is Balme. Plenty of time there. The handball is over the top to Neagle. Neagle gives a little short one to Maynard. Maynard in turn goes to McNeil. McNeil along that outer boundary. Well, there's 2 against 1 again down there. Kelly and Connolly against McCarthy. Now Kitschke comes in to lend support, but he's a bit late. Ace galloping through half forward, puts it towards Richardson. Richardson being held without it. Play on the call. Kelly does the swan dive, doesn't get paid, and the ball is cleared out of bounds, in fact, on the full by the Sturt defence. And the penalty free kick will be to Norwood, and plenty of smiles on the Norwood bench. They obviously felt that Kelly should have got a free back there that wasn't paid.
It's nice to be able to chuckle during a game of football. Very often we see Neil Balme. Such a happy mood, but he's got full right to be today. The side have played extremely well so far. We've only played one half of the game, and at the moment it's Craig Kelly who has the chance to extend the lead. It's 60 points at the moment. Norwood 14-6 to Sturt 4-6, and Kelly with kick number 6, a chance to extend it. It'll take plenty of time. We'll be into the breeze. Kick is underway. It's going to go towards the square, but hasn't quite made the distance. So half-time here at Football Park, and the Leagues can go in extremely happy. They've played an exceptional brand of football. Norwood 14-6, the Double Blues 4-6, a lead of some 60 points to Norwood, and a smile from Neil Balme. First half. David Payne gets the strong tackle on, comes off hands, chance for Robert Clonk, gets the handball away, and Sturt Bill. David Walk's kick is a hurried one up towards the goal square, and that's just the start the Double Blues wanted. He's popped it through. Sturt 5-6, Norwood 14-6.
Oh, good day, but that is really just what the doctor ordered for them. A pitiful first half by Sturt, and that may be the spark that gets them going into the breeze in the third quarter. And Walk from about 55 metres with his 7th kick boots his first goal. The Double Blues draw first blood. They're 5-6 to Norwood 14-6.
First goal of the quarter coming in about 28 seconds of play. Umpire Semler to bounce. Reynolds against Hall. It's a good bounce. Reynolds got the best of the tap. Plum got the handball out towards Muskeni. Didn't do too much with it. Chance now for Connolly to McIntosh. Over the top to Michael Aish. Aish had a great first half. That kick smothered off the boot by McCarthy. David Payne the opportunity. Craig Kelly awaits the crumbs. And we'll see a bounce down on the half-forward line. Legs at the moment going with the aid of a slight breeze in this third quarter. Though the Legs proved in the second that you can kick plenty of goals towards the lake end. Big smash forward. Chance for Smith. Got a hurried kick away. Found Schenkel, Neagle, tapped out now towards Underwood, and away goes Sturt again. Through centre goes Underwood, has a look upfield, strong kick over the half-forward line, falls in no man's territory, players come to meet it, Benson feeds it out now to Kitschke. Kitschke handballs backwards. It was a shocking mistake from Kitschke. He's going to try and butter up again. He's got possession. That handball was a better one. This occasion he's found Underwood, and Underwood's going to line up the sticks again. He's popped it through. Sturt looking much better. 2 quick goals. They're 6-6, Norwood 14-6.
Well, indeed, that does look a lot better, Rick. There's no doubt about that. Although that was a terrible mistake by Damien Kitschke, he made amends with that handball at the finish, the one that gave it to Underwood, and Underwood coming up from half-back has booted with his 7th kick, his first goal. They've kicked 2 in 2 minutes. They're 6-6 now, the Double Blues. Norwood are 14-6.
Still the Legs by 8 goals, but half a game of football ahead of us. Umpire Campbell with a bounce. Hall against Reynolds. Hall got that tap. Off hands, chance for Payne and McIntosh. And Hall went in heavily. David Payne gets a hurried kick away, and it's marked by Underwood. Underwood from the edge of the square, chance to settle, have a look up forward. Should go long, he thinks about it now and will drive towards the outer side. Half forward flank, Robert Klomp from behind, taking a strong mark. Klomp, the man of experience that can set Sturt alight. Fed it off there to Smith. Smith's kick is high towards the forward pocket, and Michael Taylor had his name written all over it. He dropped it. Hurry kick goes forward, but the whistle is gone. Ball will have to come back. The free kick will go the way of the legs, and it's going to be Michael Taylor for holding off.
Taylor will take it in the back pocket. Kick is to Ace. Now Ace can go over the top here to Swanbury. Loose man is in play, but that was a good run from Sims, and an equally fine mark in defence by Underwood. It wasn't Sims that made that long run, it was Benson, and that's what caused the problems for Norwood. Sturt to go forward again, Walk with the left boot. Gee, kicks well. That one just a little wide of Hicks, and it's gone out of play at left half forward. They've kicked 2 straight goals in the third quarter. The Double Blues, they trail 6-6 to Norwood 14-6.
A little more endeavour about the Double Blues in this second half. Second use of the ball throughout the first half of the game. The throw in. Barmhead front spot, tapped off hands. Chance now for Sims. Works his way away from the goals. Gets his kick away though. The mark taken by Rodney Maynard. Maynard will find Swanbury. Very loose checking again from the Double Blues. Swanbury a chance to go direct down the ground. Handball finds Murdoch. In turn will find McNeil, centre wing on the outer side. McNeil's got Connolly loose in the forward pocket, very easily put. Connolly will play it on quickly. Up towards full forward. Pike in front of Warner. And Pike a safe mark on the chest. Angle acute, he'll look to pass off. Had a choice of Neagle there for a while, but now Pike goes right across the face of goals. Poor kick in the end from James Pike. Out of bounds on the fall.
David Eye it is who'll take the resultant free kick. Off goes Walk. He's heading in that direction. Good pass. Walk covering a lot of territory at the moment. Kick number 9. Puts it back in for Scott Field in the middle of the ground. He didn't work hard enough at the finish. Ace did. Ace takes advantage. Now Payne. Payne from 50 metres out. Puts a long one in towards the goals. Great kick. 12th kick from David Payne. He boots a goal. He's notched his second. And the Norwood side reply at the 5-minute mark of the third quarter with their first goal for the term. They're 15-6 to Sturt 6-6. Top action on Seven's big lead.
That goal to David Payne, the result of some fine work from Michael Aish. He was the player that found the extra metre. He was the player that wanted the ball. He spoiled away nicely. It's finally fed out to David Payne. And David Payne made no mistake at all. He's popped it through. And Norwood a settler for them. They're now 15-6, Sturt 6-6.
Coming up on 6 minutes now in the third quarter. Hall favoured by that bounce. Knocked it too far for Richardson. Delena at the back as Fosdyke overran it. The kick goes forward, but in the way, Maynard again. Rodney Maynard will get the benefit of a 15-metre penalty. Doesn't need it. He's got Fosdyke loose at half-back. Now the runner's on. The loose man has been set up. A handball from Payne goes over the top to McNeil. He got a bad bounce, but in the finish, the sit was nice for him. A long searching handball to Neagle. Neagle puts it in towards the square. Pike down in front, takes the mark. And again, Norwood have carried it almost a total length of the ground without Sturt touching it. And it culminated in a fine mark by James Pike about 15, 20 metres out from goal directly in front. Pike's 5th kick. Booted one in the first quarter. Missed a couple of easy ones. Stabs at that one, but stabs it truly. James Pike kicks 2 goals. Norwood get their second in the third quarter. They're 16-6 to Sturt 6-6.
The longer this season goes for James Pike, the more he will improve. He'll do a lot of pre-season training, concentrate on his cricket commitments. On that occasion, it was McNeil that got the ball out to Rick Neagle, and Neagle saw Pike on the lead. He's led quite a deal today. This occasion, Pike holding on to the mark and putting it through the middle for his second. So Norwood getting away again, 16-6. The Double Blues 6-6, and a margin of 60 points.
Centre bounce once more. Reynolds went over the top of Hall. Richardson had it. Now Sims. Sims will drive wide to the run of Delena. Plenty of pace, Delena, but so is Fosdyke. Or a wicked handball, went straight to Maynard. And again, defence has been turned into attack, although McNeil didn't know that Sims was behind him. Ran straight into him, and he's gone for holding the ball. Sims over the top to Russell. Underwood up again from half-back, booting in towards the square. Needed leaper here. Kitsky at the back, got it. No, not paid. enough to call on. And umpire Campbell signifying that the ball had been touched as Damien Kitski appealingly looks at the umpire. Balm, gum in mouth. Ball has been fisted through for a point, and perhaps Sturt can think themselves a little unlucky there, Rick, as that mark from Kitski was certainly questionable.
Well, he was the player that got up high in the pack. Was it touched? Well, the umpire was on the spot. He had the best look and decided it was. Kick towards the outer side, looking for McNeil. He's just taken the mark inside the boundary line. We'll go back and take the kick. Connolly streaming for it. McNeil will go across ground though to find Michael Taylor. Taylor's kick towards centre half forward. Chance now for David Eye. He got the handball out. It was another shocker. Picked up by McIntosh. McIntosh will go to Stephen Connolly in the pocket. Beautifully put again from Gary McIntosh. Stephen Connolly's picking up plenty of kicks, and he'll pick up a 15-metre penalty as well. That was foolish play there from Muskeni. No reason at all to push Connolly to the deck. Stephen Connolly's had a great day. 10 fine marks. As far as goal shooting, he's kicked 3, lining up for number 4. Kick is underway, and it's not a bad sort of a kick either. He's popped it straight through the middle. His confidence is very high at the moment, as is the entire Norwood side. They're 17-6, the Double Blues 6-7.
He's had an absolute field day today, Stephen Connolly. 16 kicks, 4 goals. He's roamed wide and far throughout the forward line, and the accuracy of the passing to him has been superb. And to finish it off with 4 goals has been a great performance. But he's had some teammates who have performed just as well. It's been a fine Norwood performance. 17-6 to Sturt 6-7.
Fairly indifferent pre-season form from Norwood, but they've started the true season off in fine style. Good win over the Bays last week, and they've gone right on the job today here at Football Park against a very young and experienced Sturt side. They're missing a few top-line players today, Sturt. Paul got up high. Tap wasn't effective. High tackle's been ruled in there. Free kick will go the way of Des Hicks. He's the player that replaced David Odie. Odie was named in the 20, pulled out this morning. McNeil finds Richardson towards half forward. Payne and Kelly. Craig Kelly at the back. He's trying to tap it on in front of him. He's got the bounce now. He's going to be run down though. He was far too slow. Great tackle from Underwood. And he's pinged for holding the ball. Well, Underwood could be Sturt's best so far in this quarter. This will be kick number 11. Ball could be extremely dangerous. Pack fly off hands in the middle with Sims. Play on the call from the umpire. Sturt will get out of trouble now as they try to work down grandstand side. McGowan, couple of bounces. He's going to get run down though. Great work from Swanbury. He continued on. He was being well shepherded from Reed. I think 4 marks to Paul Swanbury there. He chased and chased and chased, and he's come out with a footy.
Yes, that's what the game's all about. Swanbury now from centre wing. Goes short, McIntosh. McIntosh swings it into the centre of the ground. 2 Norwood players to choose from. McNeil, Richardson, both had a piece of it. Out wide to Payne. Payne swinging back, goes to ground. A strong tackle from David Eye. Well done. And he deserved that free kick. Eye puts it high. Getting across is Delena, and he takes the mark. He's got Hicks short, but he ignores that. Goes into the centre where Kitski lurks. Kitski wanting to get on with it quickly, pushes it out wide. Chance out there for Hicks. Now the leader's on. The pass is good. Field it was, and a lovely pass that from Des Hicks. So Scott Field has it about 45 metres from goal. 45-degree angle, kicking into the breeze. 7th kick of the afternoon. Maybe tested for distance, although that breeze has abated somewhat. This Field kicks, so he's got the distance okay, and he's hit the post. Well, they don't need that. It's the last thing they need. They're 6-8, Norwood is 17-6.
Disappointment for Scott Field. Started the day off in the back pocket, now finds himself into attack. Coach Mervyn Kane has been desperate to find something up forward. First half of this game, Sturt kept breaking down across the half-forward line. Towards the centre of the ground goes the kick, comes off hands. Neagle had an opportunity. Hicks got the ball out. Kelly, that handball was beautifully smothered. Now in turn to Richardson. Richardson will go over the top to Stephen Connolly. If he gets the bounce, he's away. He didn't get it. Reid came out, was forced to back himself. And Reid working hard. Richardson will pick up. McCarthy should have tackled him. Wasn't a great effort from McCarthy. David Payne, this way and that away, gets the handball out. Shocking bounce for James Pike. McCarthy still persisting, as is Michael Ace. He's got 4 opponents to beat, and he is caught absolutely cold. Good tackle from Warner.
Certainly was gone cold, wasn't he? No hope of getting out of that attack by the Sturt defence. It would look for a moment as though they were going to get a goal then, but they covered well in the finish, Sturt. Schinkel, he's played pretty well. Onto the left boot he goes and puts it in towards Delina. Fosdyke got it clear. Swanbury had it. Fosdyke gets it. Puts it out to McNeil. McNeil back to Fosdyke. Fosdyke chips in short to Payne. Half forward, too far out to score, but he's got 2 in the middle. He could have put it to. Richardson still wants it. Off goes Pike. This is Payne's 13th kick. Gone for distance to the square. Richardson! Oh, what a mark! He's had a magnificent day today, Stephen Richardson, and he's capped it off with that fantastic mark. He's 5th of the afternoon. Now the chance to boot his 4th goal from almost directly in front, 20 metres out. 15th kick. Top performance, Stephen Richardson. Lines it up. Drop punt. Goal number 4. Norwood 18-6. Sturt 6-8. You're watching great action on 7's big lead.
Well, mark of the day so far goes to Norwood Stephen Richardson. That was a fine effort by him. He was the player that was lurking loose in the forward lines. The ball was kicked in high. Richardson flew from the side. He got up high, hung in midair, outstretched hands, and an absolute beauty. Popped it through for goal number 4. And Norwood just moved further and further away. They're 18-6. The Double Blues 6-8.
15 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Umpire Semler to get proceedings underway again. It's going to be John Hall to jump against Damien Kitschke. Kitschke went over the top. Klomp lost it. McIntosh caught. Bit lucky not to get paid the free against him as Kitschke puts it towards half forward. Well, Reynolds taps it on. First to get back is Rodney Maynard, and he boots it through for a point. He was under pressure, and I guess that was possibly the right thing to do in the finish, Rick, but gee, I wonder about conceding all those points. 6-9 Sturt, Norwood 18-6.
Norwood have got plenty of points to play with as the kick goes short. To find Michael Taylor, and Taylor in turn will find David Payne. David Payne's been covering a lot of territory in this quarter. He's kicked towards centre wing looking for Kelly. Sport away by McCarthy. Nichols' handball went over the top. McNeil got a shocking bounce. He goes back to retrieve the ball though, and he sees it out of bounds on the outer side.
16 minutes gone, and Norwood this very comfortable lead. 69 points, Mervyn Kane. So 2 horror games, the one against Port Adelaide last week and again today. He's only got 2 players out there at the moment that have played more than 100 games. Here's one of them, Darryl Smith. And the other one on the ground at the moment, of course, is Robert Klomp. So it's a very, very inexperienced side. Showed great promise during the Escort Cup, but hasn't delivered the goods so far in the 87 season. Well, that's a bit questionable, but it's going to be paid, plus 15 meters rather, for a bit of stupidity. David I towards half forward. Where's he heading? Oh, terrible kick. Michael Taylor intercepted, and then drove to half forward, and Kelly out in front of McCarthy takes the mark. Now he wants to get on with it quickly. He's got Neve loose. Off goes Pike. The pass is intended for that player, fractionally too long. Richardson at the back. He's already booted 4. Payne calls for it in the square, and he's going to get it. Oh, wonderful play again by Richardson, and capped off with a goal to David Payne. His 3rd, 15th kick. Norwood 19-6, Sturt 6-9. It really is very comfortable.
Well, the smaller youngsters of Norwood are just running and running and running all day. Just a few moments ago, Payne was in the back lines. On this occasion, he finds himself lurking around the goal square. The kick from Richardson was good. He saw him out of the corner of the eye. High kick, easy mark to David Payne. He played it on quickly and popped it through from just a metre out. And Norwood Well, just doing it easily. 19-6 to Sturt 6-9.
Disbury on the ground for the Redlegs. Sturt go forward, but only as far as Fosdyke. Gee, he's played a great game, Fosdyke. He means so much to this Norwood side. Gary McIntosh indicating that he was trying to get a handball on that. The umpire saw it differently. Sims, Chinkle, Delena a chance. Maynard mops up. McNeil will get that. Slight fumble, but he's got plenty of time to go back and then go short. Take your pick. McIntosh wants it in front of Kitski. McIntosh, a handball from a kneeling position. Neve goes towards half-forward. Richardson again. Well, you must think it's great being in South Australia, Stephen Richardson. 17th kick. It's already booted 4. What a performance. Mark of the day. Lining up for goal number 5 from 40 metres out. He's given it a decent sort of a roost. Put it through. Welcome to South Australia. What a start today. Stephen Richardson, 5 goals. Norwood go to 20 goals 6. Sturt a 6-9 at the 19-minute mark, third quarter.
In typical Norwood fashion, the Legs have always been great shooters at goal, and they've kicked 20 goals 6 with this marvellous percentage, and Richardson has booted 5 of those now. And as David said, what a great game he's having, and well, it may be Easter, but the Legs are really making the Double Blues look like bunnies at the moment.
Centre bounce once more, Disbury. Away they go again, out of the middle. That's where it's all happening, as Disbury goes straight down the ground. Oh, thought Richardson was going to get it again. The handball from is a dangerous one. He's got to go after it again. Under pressure from Pike. Neagle lost it. Underwood takes it clear. The handball's a good one to Delena. Away they go now. Nobody forward. Finally Russell makes the loose man, and he puts it in deep towards half forward. Moschini getting back, closely attended by Fosdyke. Moschini turns out of trouble beautifully, then gets onto the left foot, bangs in towards goal. This will go close. Kitski Shepherds. It's gone over his head, but offline and through for a point only. 6-10 then Sturt. Norwood are 20 goals 6. The difference now is 81 points.
A big day for the Redleg supporters. Kick out will come grandstand side. Sean Disbury onto the ground for the first time for the Legs. He's come off the bench. McGowan tried to work it forward. Michael Aish an opportunity. Will do something with the ball, as he always does. He'll run the boundary line, couple of bounces, draw the player and go over the top to Stephen Connolly. Connolly looks to go back across ground, works onto the left leg. In the end, a rather poor kick, because he had a choice of 3 players, and David Ice copped a rather nasty one too to the side of the head from Craig Kelly. And David Ice, a pretty tough customer. He'll get up with the advantage of a 15-metre penalty, which will bring him to the edge of the square. Kick number 5, since coming off the bench, goes towards the outer side. Robert Klomp, he's got to beat 2. McNeil and Helliar there for the Legs. Works out the back door. McIntosh, Underwood, and umpire Campbell will bounce down on the outer side. Played 21 minutes of this third quarter. Still the Legs by plenty. 126 plays 46.
Bounce and chance for Taylor. Fosdyke. Disbury. Neil throws it back to Taylor again. The kick will wobble out of play on the outer side. So we're 21.5 minutes into the quarter. The lead is 80 points. It's been Norwood from the opening bounce. They led by 45 points at quarter time, by 60 at half, and now have eked that lead to 80 points.
Disbury and Reynolds. Disbury with the second tap. It's effective in the direction of Michael Aish. Easy turn from Michael Aish. Kick is not one of his best though. McGowan first there for Sturt. Now in turn it's Smith. He drives along with a half-forward flank, and the mark should be paid to Matthew Benson. Well, Benson about 40 metres out. Settle down and have a shot for goal. Hasn't had a big day as Matthew. Kick number 8 coming up. Sturt need plenty more. They're trailing by 80 points at the moment. 23-minute mark of this third quarter. Benson's kick is direct and strong, and Benson has popped it through for goal number 2. The Double Blues have got 7-10. The Legs are 26.
Well, they've kicked 3 goals, 4 in this quarter, Sturt into the breeze. They could manage just 1-1 in the first quarter, so that's got to be an improvement. But unfortunately for them, Norwood have kicked 6 goals straight in this term. It's been a very accurate kicking Norwood side, 20 goals from 26 scoring shots, so it's a big difference. 20 goals 6 to 7-10.
Centre bounce. Disbury got up high. Beautiful tap down to McIntosh, who booms it long up towards centre half forward. For a safe mark taken defence by David I. I will go short. The Blues have finally got a man loose. It's Sims. In turns will go over the top to McCarthy. McCarthy goes direct. That's the way the Blues have got to go. Time not on their side. They need quick goals. Off hands, David Payne. Had a good quarter. Swings the ball out wide, grandstand side. Swanbury had no opportunity at all as Sturt going to attack again through David Waugh. Half forward flank. Diving attempt. Not successful. Fosdyke. Time to have a look. Over the head of Payne. McGowan comes in again. Tried to tap the ball out in the direction of Hicks. Hicks has got it now. Tackle comes from Michael Aish. Fosdyke. Stephen Connolly. Connolly will have a look. He drives along with the right foot. Plays up high and lets that man again. Richardson, he's got very good ability to be able to hang in the air. He'll be taken one fine mark, and that was another one. Pike makes a lead, but Neve chips in short. Splits both the double blue defenders, and Neve slots it home for another big one. 4 to Simon Neve, and Norwood have got plenty. They're 21-6, the double blues 7-10.
Oh, that's fine running football again by Norwood. Neve's 12th kick, his 4th goal. He's been a good player, but gee, they haven't had a weak one really. They've had 18, 19, 20 good players, Norwood, and it's just so easy for them. Stephen Connolly's had a big day. Stephen Richardson, I shouldn't individualise because they really have played as a unit. They're 21 goals 6, Sturt 7-10 as we go to full time in the third quarter.
It's an 80-point break to the Redlegs, and could be chasing their biggest winning margin ever against the double blues. It was 111 back in 1950. The way the legs are going at the moment, could be something to aim for in the final quarter. Field trying to do just a little bit too much there and got himself into trouble. Murdoch drives the ball back into attack, and Stephen Connolly, pretty easy mark. Plenty of players loose, has been the case for most of the day. McIntosh goes over the top to McNeil, and McNeil, although he had time, just rushed it a little, and he's offline and through for a point. 21 goals 7, that's 133 points. The double blues, sorry state of affairs, 7-10, 52.
Sturt player in trouble is Philip Sims by the look of it, being attended to by the trainers. He copped the heavy one before. It looks as though he's done some leg damage, and well, he's having great difficulty at the moment in just walking, let alone running. Warner comes grandstand side. Reynolds is his target. He got a hand on it but couldn't complete the mark. At the back, Murdoch. Conley back to McIntosh. He'll use it. Puts it out wide with the wrong foot. Richardson finessing. Forced to go back. He's conceded about 30 metres. They're really playing around with the Sturt side at the moment as the kick from Conley went to half forward and found Swanbury. They're prepared to go forwards, backwards, every which way. They've still got possession. Payne concedes ground again to Richardson. What will he do with this? On the left foot, chips in short. 3 Norwood players there. Neagle threw it to Swanbury. On it goes to Neve. Goal number 5. Walks it in. Through it goes. It is indeed a cakewalk. Norwood are killing Sturt at Football Park as Swanbury, as Neve boots his 5th goal. Norwood are 22-7, Sturt 7-10.
Well, I lost count of the possessions building up to the goal, but it must have been at least 20 little short handballs and short kicks as Norwood went around in ring-a-rosy fashion, but finally some positive play as Neagle got it out to Swanbury and turn on to Neve, and another goal goes on the board. 22 goals 7, the legs, Sturt 7-10.
2 minutes of time on being played as umpire Campbell gets the game going again. Kitski beats Disbury, Molina, but only as far as Murdoch. We came in for some heavy treatment as he got his kick away. Kelly. Craig Kelly, who hasn't been as prominent as some of his teammates. That's his 5th mark. Bursts around on the right foot, but he's pushed it deep into the pocket. Michael Ace. McIntosh took it beautifully. An underground hand pass to Neagle, and Neagle somehow has threaded it through. He's under great pressure. Fifth kick. Rick Neagle's first goal. 23rd to Norwood, 23-7, Sturt 7-10.
Well, it was the quality and class there of Gary McIntosh on that occasion. He was the player that stole the ball out of that pack, and another handball. That was handball number 10, and he loves that little dribble one along the deck. It was well put over to Rick Neagle, and Neagle made no mistake. The legs just cruising, 23-7, Sturt 7-10.
It's going to be a very long last quarter for the Double Blues. Well, hasn't stopped trying, but I'm afraid some of his mates have. Richardson pushes it out wide. McNeil. Gee, it's easy at the moment for Norwood. Look at Conley. He should get it, but there's not a Sturt defender, well, there wasn't, within 30 metres of him. McIntosh just twists out, as you like, then puts it in long. Neves kick 5. He could make it 6. He hits the post. No, he hasn't. I think he's got it. Scully. The pace went shaking, but it obviously was a player. 13 kicks, 14 kicks to Simon Neves. 6 goals. Classy performance. Norwood 24-7, Sturt 7-10.
Well, Norwood maybe lacking a big focal point in attack with sharpshooter Neville Roberts on the sidelines, but really they've done extremely well today with a lot of goal kickers, and on this occasion was McIntosh again. He fed out that handball to Simon Neve, and Neve making no mistake at all. He's one of the players that have come through the lower ranks at Norwood, and they're going right on with it at league level. 24-7, plays 7-10.
3.5 minutes of time on added, third quarter. Norwood now have kicked 10 goals in this third term. Ketschke won that one, but they've got it out of centre almost every time. Here they go again. Murdoch it was, working hard. Kelly wanted to claim that one, but he certainly half-volleyed it. There'll be a bounce at centre half forward. So 10 goals won they've kicked, while Sturt have added 3 goals for. Umpire Russ Campbell. Kelly got the tap. Conley to McIntosh. That handball was almost intercepted. Disbury got it away. Walk. Underwood caught by McIntosh, but gets a handball to McCarthy. McCarthy pulled the ground, and umpire Campbell into bounce.
It's been a long quarter, but we've seen plenty of goals, approaching 31 minutes now. And Norwood have done all of the attacking, apart from a short early burst from Sturt to start this second half. Here's another one for Norwood. David playing this occasion. They're just making it look so easy and just about queuing up to get goals. Norwood 25-7, the Double Blues 7-10.
Yes, it really is so very, very easy. It's ridiculous at the moment. Sturt, quite realistically, some of them have given up and they're not chasing, they're not bursting to get there, they're not pushing, and that's a shame, and it must make Mervyn Kane a very sad man at the moment. Norwood are 25-7, 30 minutes, almost 31 minutes into the quarter. Norwood 25-7, Sturt 7-10.
Post Semler the bounce. Sean Disbury was against Kitchke. Richardson gets the kick off the ground, and mark taken in defence. Towards centre wing from Underwood, we'll find Adrian Moskeni. Moskeni looking to play on quickly. Double Blues haven't been into attack for what feels like an eternity, but about 5 minutes worth. Off hands it comes. Simon Neve did that well. Fed it out towards McIntosh. McIntosh was forced to get rid of it in a hurry. Chance for the Double Blues now as the kick goes forward from Schinkel up towards the full forward spot. Spoiled away off hands. Reynolds getting back onto it, or lumbering after it. Craig Baum goes in heavily with Scott Field, and it's going to be a bounce down. For the Double Blues, a chance to score. Haven't done a lot in this quarter. The bounce. That's Mervyn Kane still looking on, I would imagine, in almost total disbelief as that's rushed through for a behind. Sturt to improve with 7-11. Norwood 25-7.
Rodney Maynard close to siren time. The kick is a good one and finds Sean Disbury. The kick from Disbury is fractionally too long for Richardson. Darryl Smith started in the back pocket, is now having obviously a run on the ball, or too long for Moskeni, but I think it may be Schinkel. Now Schinkel's hurt himself. He just came back onto the ground and he's still in obvious pain. As that long kick from McCarthy heads towards the square. Reynolds got it, the big man. deep in that left forward pocket. And the angle is going to be a difficult one for him. Shinkle's having problems with that leg behind play. Reynolds, after that mark, will line up to shoot for goal. Third kick only. Craig Barnes stands the mark. Drop punt is okay. David Reynolds beats his first. 8-11 Sturt, Norwood 25-7.
David Reynolds, one of the Sturt youngsters which has really been thrown to the wolves this season with Frank Spiel deciding to retire from football. Reynolds, the youngster that's got to come up into league level and carry the ruck work. This occasion resting in the forward lines. A good strong mark, and he'll enjoy putting a goal through for the Double Blues. They're 8-11, Norwood at 25-7.
You've had a very long quarter. It's gone almost 34 minutes now. But that's been caused by the number of goals that have been kicked. There it goes now. 11 goals to Norwood in the quarter, and Sturt kicked 4 themselves. So it was a 15-goal quarter at three-quarter time here at Football Park. It is Norwood 25-7, 157, leading Sturt 8-11-59.
Started the final quarter at Football Park, and the Double Blues facing their biggest caning in league history against the Norwood side. At the moment, it's the Legs by some 98 points, 45 at quarter time, 60 at half time, 98 at three-quarter time, and it's really been a cakewalk. The way things are going, Norwood should post their highest ever score against the Double Blues. They kicked 26-14 back in 1949. Only about 13 points away from breaking that at the moment. As the Double Blues go into attack, off hands, a chance for Roger Murdoch. Hellier provides the shepherd as Murdoch gets the handball away safely to Michael Taylor. Taylor will go towards centre wing, over the head of Swanbury. McIntosh, favourable bounce. Another handball from McIntosh. This time we'll find Murdoch. In turn, David Payne. Payne's got a choice of two and picks out Richardson. A fine game, Richardson. He should go under Michael Aish. He will. And Aish will have it in the forward pocket. Over the top now to Tim McNeil. McNeil will run into goal, straightens the body, kicks underway, and it's straight through the middle. Well, the Legs having a super day. 26-7, Sturt 8-11.
Tim McNeil beats his first goal, and it came at the 1 minute mark of the last quarter. Records going to tumble here today, as Rick just told you. They look like kicking their highest ever score against Sturt. They've got only 26-14 to beat, so only 7 points away from that. And their highest ever winning margin was 111 points. They now lead by 104 points.
Back in the centre, umpire Campbell with the bounce. It's going to be Craig Baum to fly against Reynolds. Tapped on by Delena. Chance for Des Hicks. He goes to ground but gets the handball away. Back to Hicks again. Short, wobbly old kick up towards half forward. Here's a chance for the Double Blues. The handball out wide towards Robert Klomp wasn't good. Klomp in turn goes across ground. Back it'll come now to Kim Russell. Russell, another shocking handball from the Double Blues. Their skills really haven't been good today. Smith goes to ground. Chance now for Robert Klomp. He's tackled very strongly. Ball falls loose. Moskeny didn't really want it. Had to go and get it. He fed it out to Shinkle. The push in the back's going to be ruled the way of Adrian Moskeny. Umpire Semler. So Adrian Moskeny, chance to have a shot at goal. Haven't seen a lot from Sturt today. Hammered here for 4 quarters last week by Port Adelaide. It's really been a similar tale in round 2 on this Easter Saturday. Kick number 10 coming up for Moskeny. Take a good one, puts it out towards the right goal post. Breeze brings it back nicely, and Moskeny pops it through for his second goal. The Double Blues are 9-11, Norwood 26-7.
Yes, well, they've got their 9th goal, and Adrian Moskeny at times has battled very hard, but really their skill level has been down. They were messing around with that one at half forward until finally Moskeny got that push in the back. Been a black day for the Blues. 9-11, Norwood 26-7.
Big break to the Legs. At the moment, it's Reynolds in ruck for the Blues against Craig Barn. Reynolds had the height. Look at the frustration. He threw an arm out. Didn't collide with anyone, though, as Aish Drives the legs into attack. Half-forward line, Kelly. In turn to Stephen Connolly. That's his wrong leg, his right one, as he goes up towards full forward. And James Pike. Good mark, front spot. Warner tried to fend away with a fist, couldn't do so. Pike's going to play it on now as he lines up the goals. And he's well off line and through for a behind. Hands on hips, 26-8 now. The legs, Sturt 9-11.
He unsettled himself somewhat there by winging to pass it off, and as soon as he did that, the umpire called play on, so he's shot for goal and the finish was hurried. He's kicked 2 goals, James Pike. That's a fine mark. Barnes. John Hall's off the ground at the moment. Barnes doing the ruck work. He'd relished that role, a bit of freedom for himself, as that's a good kick in towards the full forward area. Almost a Kelly mark. Now Pike can make amends. No, he can't, as he kicks it straight up in the air. Kelly goes after it with Underwood. Underwood plants it out of play.
Craig Baum enjoyed his role in ruck last week against Glenelg. Started that game on the bench, changing with Hall. That occasion, though, the legs had Warhurst to go to full-back, but he's out with injury today. Off hands, chance for Underwood as he drives long towards the outer side. Craig Baum getting back on it, was running with the ball. It was a hard mark to take, he couldn't do so. Sturt hopefully will build. Delena in the centre of the ground. Gets away from his opponent, feeds off the handball to Scott Field. Field in turn will find Matthew Benson. Benson at left half forward, with 45 to 50 metres out. A chance to put Sturt's 10th goal on the board. This will be kick number 10 coming up for Matthew Benson. 5 minutes of this final quarter. It's a lost cause for Sturt, but they need to pick up morale going into round 3. That kick's pretty good too from Benson. It's gone through for a goal. The Double Blues have hit double figures. They're 10-11, Norwood at 26-8.
Well, that's more like the football that we saw from this side during the Escort Cup. It was some very good work from Scott Field. And he worked hard through the middle of the ground, and in the end his pass to Benson was a very fine one. Well put. Benson took the mark. Bucci's 3rd goal. Sturt have 10-11 now. Norwood are 26-8.
Sturt making it a little hard for the legs at the moment to maybe take these points away with their highest winning margin ever against the Double Blues. Aish. Handball went backwards. In turn, it's gone to Fosdyke. Fosdyke tackled strongly there by Benson, but he got his kick away. The mark in defence to McCarthy. McCarthy has got McGowan on the outer side with Swanbury. Kick over the head of McGowan. It gives him the run of the ball. Taps it in front of him. Swanbury still right on his hammer, though, and now he's caught him. And caught him cold. A little bit of an inexperience there from Swanbury. The player down on the grandstand side. It's Fosdyke at the moment for the legs. It's been a deal of pain. As on the outer side, we have David Payne. Goes short to find Stephen Connolly. Had a field day today, has Connolly, as he drives long up towards full forward. Richardson from behind, almost another fine mark. Kelly goes back to Michael Aish. He goes against the tide, then back with it. And his kick for goal just hasn't quite come around enough. It's through for a point. The legs are 26-9. The Double Blues 10-11.
Fosdyke's still in trouble behind play. He's going to limp off, and that's a shame, because gee, a fit Fosdyke means a lot to Norwood, and he really has had a very checkered career through injury, and that doesn't look good. Duncan Fosdyke limping to the boundary line. The kick in is aimed for Matthew Benson. He can't get there. He must have got a hand on it, because it's going to be thrown. John Hall lumbers back onto the field as Fosdyke limps off. Kelly does the ruck work. Chance for Russell, close to the line. Pursuer was Simon Neve, and what a day he's had. 6 goals, Simon Neve. 4 goals to David Payne, 4 each also to 4 to Connolly, and 5 to Stephen Richardson. So they've had some prolific goal kickers.
Ball now on the ground for the legs. Up against Reynolds. The tap went towards McIntosh, trying to use his strength. On this occasion, though, it hasn't paid off for him because he's been caught. And although Mac is not entirely happy with the decision, it was a very strong tackle applied by Carl Delena. He didn't take advantage of the 15-metre penalty, as Moskini's got it now in the centre of the ground. That's a good kick too towards McGowan. McGowan ran into trouble. That was Sean Disbury. Disbury went for the handball, had an airy, picked up by Robert Klomp. Well, his handball was a shocker. Would have expected better from Klomp. Moskini had a chance though to go back and retrieve the ball. He's kicked towards the forward pocket. McGowan first there. With him is Helliar. Handball back towards Kitschke. Nowhere near the body, but Kitschke's got it now. He's this way and that way, and he's caught cold by two legs players. And it really hasn't been a good day at all for any of the double blues.
Free is to Disbury rather, in the back pocket. Kitschke it was who was caught. So coming up in 9 minutes of the last quarter, Disbury puts it out in the direction of Kelly. It's too wide for him. Throw in on that outer side centre wing spot.
The Legs hoping to kick more than 170 points for the game today. They've got 165 at the moment. They kicked 170 back in 1949. That was at Unley, and they kicked 26-14. So far today, they've kicked 26-9. The outer side, Underwood for Sturt. Drives in looking for Kitschke. He's found him. The mark should be paid. Umpire Semler is close enough to a judge. And it's going to be Kitschke's mark and his kick. Damien Kitschke. 5 marks today. Thrown into the forward lines. This will be kick number 5. Chance just to maybe help the Double Blues go away with a little bit of pride if they can finish this game off in the final quarter. Kitschke's kick is underway. It's high, long and extremely handsome. Kitschke's popped it through for his first. The Double Blues 11-11. Norwood at 26-9.
Well, they've kicked 3 goals now, 3 straight in the final quarter in 10 minutes of football. Norwood have got 1 goal into the breeze. They've had to work hard for their goals, as they have all day. It's been pure class of Norwood that has taken control of this game. But Kitschke boots his first. They're 11-11. Norwood at 26-9.
So far in this quarter, Norwood have been restricted to 1 goal 2 in some 11 minutes of footy. They've really been on a goal rampage for most of the day. Kick falls loose in no man's territory. A lot of players around the fall of the ball. It's Hallier that comes out with it for the Legs. Goes up to half forward. And the mark nicely taken by Simon Neve. Had a top day. McNeil. He's got the dash and the pace. Gets around 1. Tries to get around 2 and does so with ease. Runs his full distance. Hooks back. And it's a beauty as well. 11 kicks now to Tim McNeil. That's his 2nd goal. And the Legs have hit 27-9. Sturt 11-11.
Well, what can you say about this Norwood side? I think we've said plenty that 27-9 now is eclipsed the highest score that they've ever put up against Sturt. That was an Unley back in 1949. That day they kicked 26 goals, 14. Well, they've eclipsed that by 1 point at the moment, and at only the 11-minute mark of the last quarter, I'm sure there's plenty more in store for them. They're 27-9, 171, leading Sturt 11-11, 77.
Centre bounce, Craig Barham. Bearded Craig Barham in ruck against Kitschke. Kitschke comes out with it. Gets the handball away to Moskeni on the half-forward line. Left foot kick around the corner. Finds Des Hicks. Hicks will play it on quickly, but his kick for goal is not good. In fact, it was well offline and only just through for a behind. Double Blues now 11-12. Norwood at 27-9.
Yeah, some of the schools haven't been good, and it's being fairly polite to this Sturt side. We're just remembering earlier in this quarter those couple of handballs of Robert Klomp's. Missed their mark by a good 3 or 4 metres, and that's not good. Barham relishing the run on the ball at the moment. Boots to half forward. Aish went high. Kelly on the ground tries to get it back to Aish. Can't succeed. Bounce.
Bounce down on the half-forward line. Craig Kelly a little slow in getting up. He's taken a couple of heavy body clashes today. Likes to play it tough. Bounce down from umpire Campbell. Comes offhand. There's good work there from Michael Aish to smother that kick from the boot of Kim Russell. James Pike came in very quickly. Pike's been moved away from full forward at the moment. Big John Hall's resting down there for the Legs.
Hall might have something of an injury. He was forced to come back onto the ground when Fosdyke went off. So he's been placed up at full forward by Neil Barham, and Pike's on the ball. The leader handball is into open the space. Hallier will get there first. Comp presses in, so does Kim Russell, and he forces it to the line, but he's going to get a free for holding on. Some pretty weary and tired Sturt players out there at the moment. When you're trailing by this amount, things haven't gone your way. Those injuries feel a lot worse. Swanbury with 100 metres to run in. Maynard was clear. He could have gone another 50 metres. Instead elected to pass, and perhaps that was a wise decision. Kelly's got it. Back to Swanbury. Chips in short. Payne on a lead. Well done. Well, superb football from Norwood. But gee, they haven't had much pressure to combat Payne. Booted 4 already. This is his 20th kick. He's been a fine player. Yes, well, you might smile. There's plenty of smiling faces at the moment in the Norwood camp as Payne chips away towards goal. It's a Norwood mark. Craig Kelly just metres out from goal. Kelly hasn't booted one as yet. Takes his 8th mark and the chance to boot his first goal. 3-4 metres out. The angle's pretty acute. Kelly, whose form this season has been a little indifferent, fires it in towards goal with a drop punt and bisects the 2 big white aluminium posts for a goal. 8th kick for Kelly, his first goal. Norwood 28-9, remarkable kicking. Sturt are 11-12.
And Craig Kelly becomes the 10th red leg to get on the goal kicking board today. It really has been a fine performance by them. Not bad, is it, when you can get half your side coming away with kicking goals here at Football Park against a rather inexperienced and also depleted double blue lineup. It's 28-9 against 11-12.
15 minutes into the last quarter. By Semler. Barham favoured by the bounce, and Richardson handball was quick and good to McNeil. Richardson gets it again and pushes it out wide in the Pike direction. Battling hard was Underwood, but he's lost it to Neve. No, it comes back to Underwood. With strength he got through that one. Smith to Russell. The run now from Sturt is towards half forward, but in the way, a fine mark. Taken back there by Rodney Maynard.
Rodney Maynard's got players running on the outer side. We find Richardson out there. A choice of 2, Swanbury and or Pike. This is Swanbury. Plenty of time. McNeil tried to tap it on. He could see your walk coming at him very quickly and hard as Rick Neagle's handball goes over the top to Stephen Connolly. Turns onto his wrong foot but gets the kick away. Up towards full forward. Kelly and Hall lurking there, and Big John Hall just puts up those elongated arms of his and casually plucks the ball out of the air. Had a good day, Hall. That's mark number 6. As David mentioned, he could be just resting up there at full forward at the moment with a slight injury. Kick number 6 for John Hall. Looks to be good off the boot. That's his first goal as well. And the legs hit 29 goals 9 to Sturt 11-12.
Well, they're killing that record that they had before of 26 goals for 14. They've gone well past that. The margin now is 105 points again, so they need another 6 points to equal the all-time record that they established in 1950, and that was a win of 111 points. Merv Kane biting the nails. Well, he might.
This hasn't been a good day for Sturt. Hasn't been a good start to the season for them. 2 games here at Football Park, and they've gone home with their tail well and truly between their legs. Hitchkey with the tap finds Moskeni. Out wide, the running player is McGowan. He's got a bit of dash too as he kicks in long with the left boot up towards full forward. Up there looking for Schinkel. Comes off hands. Maynard. Turn now was Murdoch. Centre of the ground. Off hands from McCarthy. Back towards centre half forward. Players up high. Benson was there as well as Robert Klomp. And Klomp with some strength comes out with the mark. Long way out, but he's a strong kicker of the ball. That's kick number 7 for Robert Klomp. It's not a bad one either. Plenty of shepherding by Reynolds in the goal square, and Klomp's popped it through for his first goal. So Sturt are now, well, they're 12 goals 12. Still a long way behind Norwood on 29-9.
Hasn't been a big day for Robert Klomp. The odds have been against him, and in the early part he had the ruckman dropping back, in particular John Hall, making life difficult for him. And some of his skills today have been a bit down on what we've come to expect from Robert Klomp, but one thing he does do, he does not stop trying. He's had 8 handballs. Not all of them have been as good as he would have wanted. 29-9 to 12-12.
By 80 minutes of the final quarter, Disbury, beautiful tap down towards Michael Aish. To McIntosh. It's that handball along the ground. Doesn't work on this occasion though, but a big smash forward past Kelly. Handball's fed out now to Stephen Connolly. He in turn goes to Neagle. Over the top to John Hall. It was a little too high for him. He tried to tap it back, but it came unstuck and finally rushed through for a behind. He's just too tall there for John Hall. He couldn't take it out of the air and get onto the boot. Point the result.
Warner looking to come grandstand side and then elects to go out to the outer. Delina's on a long lead. Carl Delina has Pomp leading towards the middle of the ground. Hallier a long way behind him. So Pomp will put the Blues into attack. He's probably going to get a 15-metre penalty, yes. Hallier asked to come back on the mark as he's put it out wide. Lovely pass to Benson. Matthew Benson maybe fractionally too far out to score from there. Shinkle's lurking in the square. Reynolds off on a lead towards half forward. Neither could mark on the ground ace. Got away from that very easily. Now the run of Norwood. Hallier got it from ace, but that kick is a little wobbly and a little wide. He used to have no boots at all on at the moment. Rowan Hallier, strong tackle from Underwood, and Rodney Maynard pays the penalty. So Underwood takes the free at centre wing. We're just checking on Hallier whether he is. He does look as though he's got some boots. Chance for Sturt to get clear now, and Delina uses his pace. Steadies from half forward and wobbles one towards Reynolds. Oops, should have taken it. Asked to play on now as the handball misses Russell. Went straight to McNeil. Russell and Field. Field gets the handball back to Kim Russell. Passes on to Hicks. Hicks from 30 metres out. Blasts away and puts it through. Sturt get their 13th. There's Hicks' 10th kick, and he has booted his first goal. 13-12, the Norwood 29-10.
Well, there's Hicks, the man that came into this game, replacing David Odie, who couldn't take his place in the 20. And Hicks, well, he's been in and out of the game, like most of the double blue players. On this occasion, though, the handball was well worked out. Started with Russell, wound up with Hicks, and he popped it through for Sturt's 13th goal. The 13-12, Norwood at 29-10.
Almost 21 minutes gone now. There's 4 minutes plus time on left. I'm sure that Sturt will be very pleased to hear the final siren go. Been difficult for them today. They've made the task more difficult for themselves. It has been a very good Norwood side, there's no doubt about that, but gee, they haven't worked as they should have, the double blues. Kitski flew against Disbury. Conley, I give up. This must be kick number 25, yeah, something like that. Richardson, what a day he's had. Kelly's coming into his own in the last quarter, but up to three-quarter time was probably the quietest of all Norwood players. Kelly's kick is going to be marked, and the yes or free to Underwood at half-back. Underwood, probably the best of the Sturt players, has worked tirelessly. Puts it back towards centre wing. Pike got a terrible bounce. McIntosh read it beautifully. He's going to get this one over the top to Connolly. Connolly will go back to McIntosh and run him into trouble. Yep. Must go for that. Almost an air of arrogance about that handball and the run of McIntosh, but gee, they had to pay the penalty in the finish.
I think Connolly was very keen to keep the run going of McIntosh. It looked good. It came unstuck as Kitschke goes across ground. Here's a chance for the double blues. They've got 4 on 1. And then Adrian Moskeny, the player that comes out with the footy. He drives in long towards the goals, and with his 14th kick, the double blues have got another one. 3 goals now to Moskeny. Sturt 14-12, Norwood 29-10.
Yeah, so there's that air of arrogance that I was talking about that cost Norwood in the finish, because from the free, Kitschke got it at half forward, centred it where there were 3 Sturt players to just 1 Norwood defender, and Moskeny got through easily. And once he was through, it was a pretty easy task to boot it from there. It was only 30 metres out, directly in front. Sturt have got their 14th. 14-12, Norwood are 29-10.
It's an 88-point break now to the legs, so their biggest winning margin is looking a little bit far and few between now. 111 is what they're chasing, but Sturt are coming back late in this final quarter. Long kick goes in towards the square. Craig Baum gets back on it, and it's through for a behind. Field was the man punching the ball in for Sturt. They're now 14-13, Norwood at 29-10.
Baum's kick is to the grandstand side. Disbury, Reynolds the fist away, gives Moskeny a chance. He straightens and will go for goal, but the kick is coming back. That's not a bad kick. That is a fantastic kick from Adrian Moschini. He's 15th of the afternoon from 35 metres out, right on the boundary. He bangs through his 4th goal, and you won't see a better goal than that anywhere that football is played. 15-13 the Blues. Norwood are 29-10, top action on 7's big lead.
Oh, without doubt, the goal of the day from Adrian Moschini. Who would have thought he could have kicked that, running into that right forward pocket here at Football Park. The wind swells around there, but the kick was underway. It floated, it came back, and it came back, and it went between the white sticks for a goal. Sturt 15-13, Norwood 29-10.
Good crowd in today, over 10,000 people to enjoy this Easter Saturday game. They've seen Norwood play some scintillating football. Connolly gets it into the pocket, but Neve was in heaps of trouble. Connolly wants it again, but he's lost it to Underwood. Sturt out, running it out of the fence. This has been their best quarter, no doubt about that. Oh, Hallier did very well. Pomp tried to lead him under the ball, but he got a hand on it. When he's made a mistake, he booted it off the ground and put it out of bounds on the full. So Chris McGowan will take the free. Sturt in this last quarter have kicked 7 goals, 2, while Norwood have added 4 goals, 3 by far and away. Rick, their best quarter of football.
That's without doubt, David. They had to do something because Coach Mervyn came along talking to it 3/4 time, and really pride was at stake in this final quarter. They couldn't win the game, but surely they had to show something for their supporters and their members, and they've done that so far. So a bit of maybe a bright spark looking forward to round 3 next week. Tap off hands. Sturt will build again. Series of handballs. Kick goes forward up towards full forward position from Delaney, but it was over the hedge of Kitchke, and Maynard in turn will find James Pike. Pike having run on the ball in this final quarter. John Hall at full forward. It's Michael Aish on the outer side. Had a great first half, did Michael Aish. Swanbury drives long, half forward flank. McCarthy, Kelly and David I there. And on the bottom of that pack it'll be Craig Kelly holding the ball up for the legs. We're into time on in the final quarter. The legs by plenty, 29-10 to Sturt 15-13.
Yes, and some of this crowd of over 10,000 starting to leave, and most of those, of course, will be Norwood supporters. No, Sturt supporters. Walk puts it into towards the half-forward line where Hicks is. Bump at the back. Strong tackle on Hallier. Well, McIntosh got it, didn't realise it was coming his way. A long searching handball finds Aish. Aish will go to Swanbury. Norwood building again. The Swanbury's kick is not a good one. It's gone towards I. Must have been touched on the way. Walk will turn out of trouble. Use the left boot to put it towards half forward. 2 on 1 there. The man in the odds against him was Michael Taylor, but he did well to keep it in the area. And umpire Semler comes in to bounce.
Coach Mervyn Kane, no wonder he hasn't looked happy today. He would probably be the man in the hot seat at the moment, because Sturt have had a shocking start to the season. Hasn't got a lot to work with though today, Mervyn Kane. Most of their experienced players out with injury. A lot of youngsters onto the ground, and they lost Jim Derrington very early in the first quarter. This last quarter though has looked better. These players are starting to find themselves and find their teammates. Delena it was that got the handball out to Field, and Field has popped that through for a behind. So it's 15-14 now. It's 104 points, the Double Blues, with Norwood well in front, 184.
The kick comes to the grandstand side where Murdoch is. It was Maynard that brought it back into play. A high one towards centre. When Kelly out in front takes the mark. Now Pike provides the run. Got himself into a bit of trouble. Payne is loose. It's too long for Payne. Getting back was I. Payne now recovers well, however. Turns out of trouble delightfully. Puts it in front of Richardson. Richardson's already booted 5. He's brought it back in towards the pocket where Hall is, and he takes the mark. Right in that forward pocket. Oh, gee, Neagle on his own. Upset by McCarthy in the square. The umpire calls play on. It really is a comedy at the moment as Kelly picks it up and bangs it through, but so little pressure. Kelly's second goal, 10th kick. Norwood get 30. They're 30 goals, 10 to Sturt, 15-14.
Well, Craig Kelly could have stopped and had lunch. He had so much time there to go and pick up that ball after Neagle and the Sturt defender had collided. It was a choice of 2. Kelly was the first man there. Have a look how much time he had. No pressure applied at all and popped it through for another goal. His second, and Norwood have hit 30. They're 30 goals, 10. Sturt, 15-14.
Well, it must be pretty close to siren time. We've played about 3.5 minutes of time on. Norwood, the first time they've ever kicked 30 goals against Sturt. Scottfield puts it out in front of Kitskill. Couldn't control that one. Barn does the mopping up. Hallier a chance. Comp got an awful bounce. Hallier took it well. Now he's caught. That must about be just holding the ball. Moskini heads off. He's called the play on. The advantage is given to him. Moskini's already booted 4, 3 in the last quarter. Make that 5, 4 in the last quarter. That's good work from Adrian Moskini. Booted it through with his left goal, with his left foot. 5 goals, 16 to Sturt, 16-14. Norwood 30 goals, 10.
Well, 4 goals to Moskini in this final quarter. His last 3 kicks off the boot have found the 2 white aluminiums for goals. So it's been a fine last quarter by Moskini and a better quarter by Sturt. They're 16-14, but Norwood, they've come out trumps on the day. They're 30-10, 190.
Reynolds. Disbury against him. Reynolds at the second. Aish. Neve. Back to Aish. He runs through half forward. He can just about go all the way here if he wants to, but instead he's got 2 options all unattended. Payne chips for goals and makes no doubt. Hall was in the square on his own, but Payne boots his 5th goal at the 30-minute mark, and Norwood get their 31st. 31-10, Sturt 16-14.
It's going to be a fine Easter break for the Redlegs because they deserve 2 or 3 days off now after a fine performance today here at Footy Park. It's been a great one. 31 goals, 10. It's a massive scoreline, 196 points. To Sturt 16-14, 110.
Centre bounce yet again. We've had 47 goals kicked here today. Long quarters. McIntosh handball finds McNeil. McNeil thumps it back in the direction of Hall. In front, the big fella's got it again. Oh dear, if he's injured, then we show remarkable form, but perhaps Coach Barham has just had the luxury of being able to place him down there to give him something of a rest. And look at that happy Norwood camp. Glenn Rosser smiling appreciably. Hall's 8th kick is a goal. Second for the afternoon, second in the last quarter to John Hall. 32 goals, 10 now. Norwood leads Sturt 16-14.
Well, it really has been a procession today for the Redlegs. They've taken it consistently out of the centre of the ground. They've had players running all over, and they've been able to finish off their work up forward. On this occasion, it was John Hall taking the strong mark. He's resting there, popped it through for goal number 2. And Norwood, well, they're just streaking away. 32 goals, 10. Sturt 16-14.
6 goals to Simon Neve, 5 each to David Payne and Stephen Richardson, and 4 to Stephen Connolly. They're just some of the major goal kickers. Pike started at full forward, having a run on the ball in the last quarter. He's kicked 2. Kim Russell. The tap-on gives Benson a chance at half forward, flanked by Delina, but he decides to hook in towards goal. At the back, Maynard. Schinkel a chance, but the umpire's seen a free. Lou Schinkel is really in trouble. He's been posted at full forward because they've got Darrington off the ground, unable to come back on, and they had to use Schinkel. Really has been a struggle for the Double Blues. McNeil's kick is towards centre wing. Fine mark at the back, Tony McCarthy.
McCarthy finds Underwood, Sturt's best player today. Tries to get around Neagle, got himself into trouble, got the handball away though. Field over the top to McGowan. McGowan from the edge of the square drives long up towards full forward. Well-placed kick, but Lou Schinkel, well, it was a diving mark. It was a good attempt, but really he's not moving well, and I think that hurt too. Boundary throw in the result. Norwood 202 points. What a massive score. What a great start to the season for the Legs as well. The throw in, Reynolds against Disbury. Disbury, the tap went straight to Robert Plomp. Off hands, the kick forward from Barham. McGowan for the Double Blues is out wide. Doesn't quite know what to do. Decides to run the boundary line and then drive in long over the head of Kitschke and Barham. Helliard gets the handball out wider to Michael Ash, and there goes the siren. Been a mighty performance today by the Redlegs. They've completely outclassed the Double Blues in 4 quarters of football. It's a history-making score to the Legs. They've kicked 32 goals, 10, 202 points. The Double Blues, they've got big problems, 16, 14, 110.